This is the M Zone.
And welcome to the M Zone. Jamie Morris, Matt the Hitman Missler, best guy in the Bizzler, and you got the heart and soul of the M Zone, the man in the middle, the center of attention, Big Sweet himself, Larry.
Lovely day, lovely day, lovely day. All right.
Gentlemen, I say good afternoon, and good afternoon it is. There is no sun in the sky because, you know what? It decided not to come out, and that's okay. It's still hot, and my grass still needs to get cut, and I'll get to that. As I said, I'll get to it. But, hey, how about what's going on in New England? How about what's going on in New England? And it doesn't seem like, I don't think Robert Kraft is really doing anything wrong. He had a couple players he did a podcast with, Julian Edelman and Gronk. And they said toughest decision you ever had to make as an owner. And he said the decision he had to make was hiring a coach. And it was a risk. It was a risk, and he took that risk, and it paid off. Did not say that was the hardest decision, but said it was a big risk. Now, Bill Belichick at the time was head coach of one NFL team. That was the Cleveland Browns. Did not fare well, but that was during the time that the Browns were they going to move, weren't going to move, were they going to move, were they weren't going to move. At the time, they were the Cleveland Browns. You all remember this. I think, Miz, you were still born. I think you were born when the Cleveland Browns moved to to Baltimore.
Yep.
You remember that. Okay. Miz was young enough. That's good. That's good.
I was of the night with it was a semi, right? Remember they showed all the semis moving all the equipment.
I mean, they weren't sneaking away. They knew what they were doing, but it was Art. What was it? Art? Its name is Art Modell moved to his team to Baltimore.
Yeah.
Right? But you remember when everybody – now, Miz, you probably weren't alive for this one. When the Baltimore Colts left and went to Indianapolis. Remember that one?
Yes, I do.
I was obviously not around when it happened, but I heard it happen in the middle of the night.
Now, that one happened in the middle of the night. And they took them big trucks and they moved over there to Indianapolis. I remember that. I was alive for that. That being said, I want to get back to this big feud that's going on. Now, when Bill Belichick and Mr. Kraft decided that they were going to part ways, it was going to be, we're going to be cordial with one another. It was nice cordial. They got up there and spoke highly about each other. And what he did for the program. Now, think about this. We're talking about the Patriots. 20 years, probably 23 years of bliss, winning Super Bowls, championships. Oh, that was America's team. I remember when America's team was the Dallas Cowboys, but that's dead and gone. America's team was the New England Patriots with Tom Brady. But
absolutely,
it came to the end. It came to the end, and it seems like these two men don't like one another. They're not getting along. Bill Belichick is taking everything in account when he said it was a big risk. I don't know why that is bothering Bill Belichick, but he has checked in twice with ESPN to make sure I made a big risk too. In his statement, I made a big risk too because I already had a job with the New York Jets, and I was taking a big risk going to the New England Patriots with a new owner and taking over the things that happen in New England. So he just wanted you to know I was taking a big risk too. I mean, are these guys? I know that Mr. Kraft isn't really saying anything bad because he took a big risk on Bill Belichick, but Is Bill Belichick being sensitive, Big Sweet?
Man, I'm sitting here and here goes the OOG again. But there's a thing called protocol, correct? There's subordinates and there's, the man hired you, the man owned the team. Where's his deference? Where's the respect you're supposed to give that man as your owner? Now, I've had some quick and I've had a couple not incidents, but I happen to have met Bob Kraft on a couple of occasions.
Right.
Nothing but class act, first A gentleman when I met him. And we got a kind of like a little story. And back in the day, when the Patriots were playing, I think it was Green Bay and New Orleans in the Super Bowl, our general manager at the time said, Larry, man, Bobby Greer was the general manager of the Patriots.
Bobby Greer was my coach.
Yeah, one of the first African-American general managers in the NFL. And so, it had gotten to me that supposedly I had said something to Bobby Greer about Chuck Schmidt. And I'm like, I never would talk to Bobby Greer about Chuck Schmidt, our general manager, Detroit Lions general manager at the time. So I called Bobby. I said, hey, Bobby, man, I just kind of got grilled about something I supposedly said to you about Chuck Schmidt. What's that all about? And Bobby said, Larry, I don't have a clue. He said, wait a minute. He said, I did go to Bob Kraft and say, he said, I said to Mr. Kraft, the Lions, I think, got it right. They got one of their former players as vice president, and he's handling a lot of the business decisions, and he's doing contracts and everything. We should be doing the same thing here for our Hall of Famer, Andre Tippett. So he was using me as an example, and I was like, okay, so now we're down at the Super Bowl, and I happened to get on the elevator with Bob Kraft at one of the hotels. I said, Mr. Kraft, hey, I'm Larry Lee with the Detroit Lions. Congratulations on being in the Super Bowl. He said, Larry Lee. He said, man, my man Bobby Greer thinks the world of you. He thinks you're the next up-and-coming general manager in the National Football League. He said, if I wasn't such good friends with Bill Ford Jr., I'd come after you right now. I said, well, thank you, Mr. Kraft. It's an honor, man. I just wanted to say thank you for, congratulations for being in the game and all that. But, man, everything I've only met him 3 times at Super Bowls or league meetings or something. Bob Kraft is a first-class individual. So I'm leaning toward Belichick. And, them coaches, man, when they start having some success and everything, they get that with the God complex or whatever. And all of us who kind of been around, there's a little inside deal within the NFL when it comes to, the New England way. And that's that old school curse you out, kind of thing and all that. And that don't work no more. That's what happened when the 2 guys came here from New England, the coach and the general manager. What was the coach's? How quickly we forget. With his pencil in his ear. With his pencil in his ear.
The former Lion coach. Not Mangini. What's the coach's name that came from
Mariucci?
Nope, not Mariucci.
No.
He's the defensive coordinator down in Ohio State.
Ohio State.
Patricia. When
Patricia and Quinn came here, they tried that New England way, and man, you can't look them in the eye, and when they come down the hall, you got to walk on the other side of the hallway, and all that. Man, that stuff is old school, dead, and don't work. And that they were disciples of Belichick.
Unless you got Tom Brady and Bill Belichick, you ain't doing anything the Patriot way.
Amen. And also, if you ain't got Tom Brady,
right? Yeah. That's the real Patriot way right there.
The real Patriot way. But we all know coaches that they get to reading their own press clippings and that kind of thing. And Belichick internally has that reputation of being we can't say it on the air, but one of them type guys.
Well, the thing is, the man was there for 20-something years, and I get it. You get sold in your ways. You start to believe the hype that everybody around the league makes about you. I mean, there was a great culture in that building. They had a special player who could get that going. And if he followed the leader, which he did, he followed the leadership. He did everything. We talked about this, Big Sweet. Brady is the one guy that didn't take all the money. The one quarterback that didn't want all the money because he wanted to make sure he had guys he had an offensive line. He had defensive players. He had wide receivers. He had running backs. He made sure that he always had enough. He had enough for his teammates.
Agreed. And, so we're both saying, Tom Brady is the reason. And much respect to Belichick as a coach and what he's accomplished and all that. No disrespect, but, I'm curious to see. That's why I think he had to go to college, because his tactics won't work in the NFL anymore. The browbeating and all that old stuff that don't work now. He might be able to go down to North Carolina and talk to those kids a certain way, and they just yes sir, yes sir. Yeah. But the NFL is a horse of a different color now. These are grown, as they say, grown ass men, right?
Right.
And you and I, both could tell you stories about NFL, like your first real NFL grown man experience.
Yeah, exactly.
I remember my rookie year, a couple things happened. I go, oh my God, this the NFL, and guys over there smoking at halftime and all that kind of stuff. And,
taking a smoke break and everything. I'm like, what is?
I know. I'm like, what's that? Oh man, a bunch of stories as a rookie, and I'm like, holy cow, the NFL is something different now. So that stuff don't work no more, and I think that's why Belichick went to college.
It's tough. I think it's tough for both men. I think for an owner in Robert Kraft, he doesn't want to see his franchise at the low point, going back 20 years to another low point. And I think I think Robert Kraft is telling himself, I let it get away from me. I should have taken over a couple years before we even decided this. I should have took over and took the reins back and everything. Because look, the one thing Robert Kraft did, he did give the reins to Bill Belichick.
The reins, the collar, the everything that goes along with the reins, man, it gave it to him. And, that's probably helped build that cockiness that Belichick has. And, and that's probably hard. I think if I remember correctly, that was hard for him to find another job because he wanted all the power wherever he went. If I decided to come here, I want all the power. And some of these NFL owners have gotten smarter now and said, no, I can't give you all the power no more. That day is gone too, where the coach is the general manager as well.
And remember who Belichick's mentor was?
Parcells.
Bill Parcells, who wanted all the power. If you learn anything, you learn that why did Parcells leave the Patriots? Because he felt that Robert Kraft was telling him what to do. And he said, and I thank you for the documentary for the Two Bills. Remember the documentary, The Two Bills? Yeah. And it was ESPN. Thank you very much. And he said in those words, then they were playing in the Super Bowl, Green Bay, if you want me to be the cook, you got to let me go shop some of the groceries, right? That's what he said. And then Kraft repeated, I think we got good groceries here. I mean, that's what he said. I mean, and you knew that man was not coming back. Win, lose, or draw for that Super Bowl, he was not coming back.
I tell you, once I reiterate, man, the few times I've met Bob Kraft and the guys I know that have played for him, etc., they not one guy doesn't like him. And I saw a documentary. I don't know if you saw this maybe a couple of years ago, where he chartered a plane and went over to Israel.
I remember that. Yes.
And with a bunch of Christian ball players.
Yeah.
My homeboy Chris Carter was one of them, and I mean they got baptized over there and was talking about the Lord, etc. All led by and paid for by Bob Kraft. You know. Yep. So I got nothing negative to say about Bob Kraft.
I have nothing negative to say about both of them. Look, you guys created something great. You guys gave America what it needed, and that was a new America's team. And they actually stole the America's team motto from the Dallas Cowboys. Now, everybody watches the Dallas Cowboys still, but they're waiting for that Dallas Cowboys to come back. I mean, look, I don't know. Wait a minute. The Chiefs are now America's team, but now it's over in Philadelphia. I don't know. See, that mantra, America's team, it's not. It doesn't belong anywhere anymore right now. There's no America's team right now. If you think about it.
Well, that's because there's no more dominancy. Maybe the Chiefs is the closest to a dynasty.
That's why I said it's in Kansas City because they've been the dominant team in the Super Bowl, but they've lost a few too. So for me right now, it's the America's team is the team that won the Super Bowl to me. So it's in Philadelphia right now. Philadelphia is that team, and dare I say that, who played for Washington? I mean, come on, that don't sound good to me. Just saying.
I always like thinking outside the box too. Now, as we talk about Super Bowls how would you like to have been the Buffalo Bills and go to 4 straight Super Bowls and lose? That
is not I'm going to say that at least they got there. There are teams.
Exactly.
There are still teams today that have never been to the Super Bowl.
We know of one. We know of one.
We do know one, and I don't have to point it out. But what I'm saying to you there are still teams in the NFL, that have not. How many Super Bowls have we had, Miz? What Super Bowl number did we just pass? 60? 60, right?
No, we're not that high up.
We're not
50-something.
50-something? No.
Oh, yeah.
Super Bowl is as old as me, gentlemen. I'm just telling you.
Super Bowl 59 was last year.
59. Thank you. So we'll be at 60. That's what I just said.
You said we were at Super Bowl 60.
Well, I thought we were it's around my age. That's what I was saying. I'm sorry.
Okay.
So with that being said,
yeah, you old.
I'm old.
Well, what that make me, Miz?
An OG.
Older.
No, you OG.
You are OG. See,
The OG.
that's when we didn't call it Super Bowl. We called it league champion.
Hey, I go back to you. Let's see. You didn't experience this, but when Minnesota, my rookie year, both teams was on the same sideline.
Oh no, I was on I played at the Green Bay Packers when we played. You remember they used to split their home games.
Yeah,
and we played in Milwaukee. Remember
Milwaukee.
that?
I remember that.
We'd be on the same sidelines. Oh, I experienced that, bro.
Okay.
I may not be old as you, but I'm older. I'm old around that old age.
All right, yeah. Wasn't that a weird thing with both teams on the same side?
That was so weird, man. I'm like, we really could go over there and fight right now. Nobody
right now. That was so weird. Minnesota and Green Bay. Yep.
Yeah. I remember that. That was crazy. But what I'm saying to you is that these two men constructed something great, and you can't get along on that. You can't just let things be. I mean, look, it wasn't like it was. I mean, the owner let the coach have it until it was no more.
And that's one of those deals where we all have faced some kind of circumstance in life when you just need to just shut up and just and swallow whatever it is, and and move on, and not get heated, not get in a debate. And it's hard to do with a competitive sport like NFL and pro football, but sometimes it's just better to just move on and not say anything, not address it, and let it lie however it lies.
That's always tough though, dude, because everybody wants everybody wants to take ownership, especially with the winning. When the winning's going on, everybody wants sponsorship. Then when the losing starts, guess what? Everybody's got to take responsibility.
See, but Bob Kraft is still the owner of the team, so he somewhat has to defend himself and not let him not look like a punk, to his current regime. And but I think anyone in the NFL or any knowledgeable fan, knows what kind of man and what kind of owner Bob Kraft is. And I think they all would be thumbs up and show a favorable response to Bob Kraft.
You're right. Bob Kraft is well respected throughout the NFL, from his peers, the ownership, but to the players themselves. He's been a good and equitable type of owner that will do at the league meetings and different things. I don't know a lot that went on, but Bob Kraft helped bring these two sides together when there was strife in players and owners over the strikes and things like that. Yeah. So I mean, he helped bring them to the table and get things right.
Well, like I said, man, I think the man's reputation precedes him. He's a first-class A1 guy, other than that little blimp or pimple that we heard about a few years ago, where he was getting a massage or something. That's the only.
I mean, he got caught. I ain't trying to call nobody out, but look, I get it.
He had a happy ending.
It's not. I'm gonna say this. This man, he's 85 now. He's like 80 something when he got caught. I mean, his wife had died too. I mean, come on.
Well, no, I'm thinking about Belichick. Belichick's the one with the young girl now, right?
Right. I mean, look, I'm not going to talk bad about anybody. Those are two adults.
Yes, sir.
And that young lady made her determination. I know what it looks like, but it may not be what it looks like. I'm just saying.
Right. And that's none of our business.
It's not. Whatever happens between that man and that woman, that's between that man and that woman.
That's twink still.
Exactly.
The country said that's twink still. So, yeah. So, once again, I'm not picking sides or anything. I'm just giving my encounters with Bob Kraft have been nothing but first class A1.
I think everybody should go back to their corners. Everybody should take care of their business. Whatever Bill Belichick got going on, hey, keep it in North Carolina. You ain't got to worry about what happened. You know the past. Let the past be the past.
Right.
That's all you need to do. And Robert Kraft, I know you're trying to help your former players out and everything like that, giving them a boost on their podcast. If you want to come on and say something, we open right here, baby. You can come on here and break it down for us.
Unless, here I go thinking outside the box. Unless Belichick is setting something up for a return, not to New England, but back to the NFL. So he has to not let his name, or he wants the credit.
Well, sure he does.
For everything, and he might be setting up a return. Who knows? To be continued. Wasn't that it yesterday? To be continued.
Okay. All right. Hey, the other side, we got to go to a break. But on the other side, and I told Miz I was either going to do this or not do this, but I got to say this. Dave Portnoy is going to be, they're working on the deal. Fox is working on the deal for him to be on TV on the big noon kick now. I mean, we got to talk about this, man. I don't get it. I don't get it. But Miz has some. I'm gonna let Miz say what he has because it made sense to me, but I just
It ain't me defending. I'm just going to point that out right now.
You just pointed it out. So on the other side, we're gonna talk about it. Would you like to hear on Big Noon Kick on Fox, Dave Portnoy break down a big game, a big football game, and it's a Big Ten game. It's going to be a Big Ten game because Fox is going to telecast Big Ten football, right? So that's what happens. So I'm just asking because this is Michigan, and they're in the Big Ten the last time I checked. So we're going to find out on the other side. You're listening to the M Zone on the Big 1050.
You're on radio.
I don't know, dude. That bothers me. Bothers me a little bit. See if I can send that to you, Big Sweet. I better send it to myself first, though. Because I know I ain't going to be able to send it to you because she gets a little irritable when I try to send things on my iPad to people. She gets a little irritable. So I'm going to send it to me. Then I'm going to send it to you.
Don't want your all your information out there or email?
No, she's just a little. She's a little sensitive sometimes, you know. She's just a little sensitive.
Aren't they all?
I try to help her out and try to talk to her about it. It's not her fault or anything, but you know, sometimes she's just a little sensitive, and I try to appease her.
Yep.
And now she's even madder because I let my wife use her at nighttime so she can watch her stories on Apple TV. This computer said, "Have you lost your damn mind? I'm not working for her."
Who bought me?
Exactly. Okay, did you guys, anybody see outside of me, see the ESPY Awards?
Nope.
Nope.
You either, Larry?
No, I didn't. When were they? Last night?
Yep, they were last night.
Oh, damn. I hadn't heard anything about it or anything leading up to it, or no teasers or nothing.
Wow. You know the ESPYs follow the Major League Baseball All-Star Game.
Okay.
Because it's the break that all sports are not happening and they bring everybody in. So just let you know real quick. Again, he's on my fucking nerves about that whole I agree with Rich Eisen. We need to let whatchamacallit go to hell away. Stallions need to go away.
All right, guys, we're coming back from commercial break. Stand by.
This is the M Zone.
And welcome back to the M Zone. Jamie Morris, Matt the Hitman Missler, best guy in the Bizzler, and you got the big sweet himself, the Cupid lover, the guy you know as the OOOG, Larry Lee. What's up, man? Everybody good?
The Cupid lover. Oh my God, I gotta use that one. The Cupid lover. Okay.
So it has been released that Fox Sports is trying to ink a deal with Barstool Sports, David Portnoy, to join forces on the big noon kickoff for Saturday's game. He would be the answer to a Pat McAfee, who has joined ESPN Game Day, and he would be the voice of the fans, Miz. He would be a voice for the fans. He wouldn't be a player or anything like that, but he would be the voice. And they're using it, Miz. They're using it because he's a Michigan alum. I'm like, okay, what does that have to do with it?
That honestly, that last part there has zero to do with that move. If people are watching on stream right now, whether they're watching on the Big 1050s Facebook, the M Zone Facebook, or on the Big 1050s YouTube, that caption alone from I don't remember what FOS, like Front on Sports or something like that. I don't know.
Right.
Portnoy is Fox's counter to Pat McAfee on ESPN College Game Day. That's what it is they're trying to appeal to the younger crowd. That's what it is more than anything. They want to get more of a younger audience to pay attention to a pregame show. And I hate to say it, the demographic is getting higher and higher if you don't have young talent that is entertaining, that captivates the short attention span of kids. That's really what it is. I mean, when you watch College Game Day, how many young folk are like front and center, are surrounding everything in a small lot? There's a lot.
Yeah.
There's a lot.
It's people. I mean, you bring the cameras though. That's what you do. You invite the kids. I mean, look at where they put the noon game day over on in the parking lot of the Pioneer, over in Pioneer's parking lot. That's not near the students. That's not near the young crowd. That's not putting you over there. You're putting people over there who park over there. There's a lot of people that park over there because you get 100,000 people that come to games.
Well, it rotates sometimes. Like sometimes they have over at Ingalls Park. Is that what it is? Or Ingalls Hall, I think that's on the north side of campus.
Yes.
You had game day that was over right by the athletic facility.
They get prime time. They get prime view though. That's right there off of the main athletic campus. People walk through there. People are there for that. And look, right now, game day has the presence because they've been here the longest. I mean, that's the problem. And you gotta go up on campus, do it early enough, and you gotta have prizes and different things that are gonna attract those students that you want to say. You want those bright and shiny faces.
And to kind of turn it a little bit here, I can't remember what game it was, but I remember one of the games that Michigan was featured for the Big Noon Kickoff. They were right outside the stadium.
Yeah,
like they were right there outside the stadium. Portnoy has had his Barstool traveling tailgate BSery,
which he said he will still be doing
along
with the.
Okay, we'll see how that works out.
I'm just saying. He said he's going to keep doing his tailgate as a part of the Big Noon Kick.
Okay, we'll see how that works out for him. I mean, good luck with that. Good luck with that, rock star. I don't know how that's going to work out. How you can be in two places at one time. We just saw Pat McAfee, who was trying to do the same thing. He had not only was he doing work for his show on ESPN,
right,
but he was also doing color commentation for the WWE,
yep,
and he was also doing College Game Day. So he's essentially stretched himself so thin that he had to look at the wrestling company and say, "Guys, I can't do it anymore. I'm burnt out. I'm crispy iguana at this point. I cannot do it anymore." Dave Portnoy is going to realize real quick that he will not be able to pull this off. You're going to have to find other talent to try to carry the baton that you made.
He's got to be a guy who's got credibility, whether he's got credibility with the fans or he's got credibility as an athlete. Doesn't have the credibility as an athlete, so he won't know what he's talking about. He's got to give that to the former players that played, but he's got to somewhere have something because he's not media. He doesn't do media, but he likes to think he does media. The best thing for him, he's the best pizza taster of them all. You know,
I dive to challenge that one, but okay. I challenged him on that one, but that's I do not have the reach that he does with what he's been able to pull off in his lifetime.
No, you're right.
But again, the whole purpose of this is to counter what ESPN and the ESPN family has been able to pull off for decades now, and it's to get a younger crowd to show up, and obviously the
go where the crowd is. Go see the kids. Go talk to the kids. Find out what they want. Be closer to them. Stop trying to be over at locations and try to say, hey, we're going to be here. Join us here. No, you got to make it accessible to those students that you're trying to access, right?
And maybe that's where he kind of comes in at, where maybe this is where Fox looks at things and go, well, the audience that he's been able to drive to bring in, that maybe we can utilize his knowledge of places where he's done his show to potentially do something for us. Hey, you're now on our team. Let's try to find some things. But again, I'm not a guy that that pays so much attention that wants to go out of my way to go to any of these game day things, any of these pregame things. Listen, I don't know if it's because I've been doing pregame shows here at WTK for over a decade now, and I know the stresses and the tiresome hours that come in for setup and breakdown and trying to make sure that everybody at the Bud Light Victor's Lounge or whatever we name it or whatnot, make sure that they're happy and make sure that our clients and to make sure our on-air staff are happy and satisfied with how things are presented physically, visually.
I just got one gripe about Pat McAfee. Have you ever noticed when his show first comes on, the volume goes from 0 to 100 on your television?
Yeah.
Now where did that? Oh my God, I hate that.
but that grabs your attention. That's supposed to grab your attention.
Yeah.
He does do all of his, and Lou Holtz's voice. I mean, we know it's not Lou Holtz, but he uses Lou Holtz's voice, or somebody imitates it, and it says, "Hey, that's the warning. Hey, we're gonna do some cussing. So if you're not down with that, yeah. But and
oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Isn't there some kind of? Now I know in music what they have when you do sound and that kind of thing. In there, what's that piece of equipment that levels out the volume? When the highs come in, it keeps it level. When the lows come in, it keeps it level. I forget the word of what it's called.
Like hard, like normalizing or hard limiting things.
No, if there's a limiter might be, but there's another piece of equipment in sound that levels all the sound, and man, they seem that they need one of those badly on Pat McAfee's show, man.
There's a lot. I've noticed it with not just like his show, but like even other shows that you may be listening, you may be watching like a movie or something on TV, and the volume is this low and it's very quiet.
Yeah.
And commercial break is real loud.
Exactly.
I'm waking up the kids. I'm waking up the missus. I'm just trying to watch a movie. I can't hear what the hell they're saying, but when the commercial comes on, I'm waking everyone in the damn neighborhood up. I don't like it.
There's a piece of equipment though. There's a sound. I can't think of what it's called. It'll come to me, man.
I'm gonna say he's not the answer to Pat McAfee. Just letting you know. Yeah. Man, if you're trying to get students, go where the students are. And help bust them in if you want to. Help them get there. Give them breakfast. Something like that. Have something hot and spicy, or a hot and gooey, or whatever they give kids in the morning. Or, I mean, if you want to have a cocktail party, it's before noon. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You gotta do something to encourage these kids to come to be a part of. Game day is an institution because it started a long time ago. 1987 to be exact, when they went on the road. I'm talking about when they went on the road. So, I mean, why do I know that? I watched the ESPYs, and they honored Lee Corso last night, which was nice, really nice.
Yeah, I like Lee Corso. He's been around a long time. It's so long he recruited me to Indiana when he was the head coach.
Of course he did. Not so fast. Of course he did. And you didn't go, did you?
No.
You ready not to go.
Not so fast, Big Sweet. I want you down here in Bloomington, Indiana. Down here, we're gonna have some great football down here in Bloomington, Indiana.
But there's man, I hate to give them a free commercial, but back in the day, there used to be a big steakhouse in Bloomington that was just it was phenomenal, kind of like a St. Elmo's type deal. There, and man, we went there, and it was well known around the country.
Yeah, it sure didn't bring a lot of players. I'm just letting you know, maybe they ate the steak and said it was great. That's all I'm gonna do here.
What was it called? Fry's Steakhouse, I think. FRY''S, I think. I don't know. Lee Corso.
I'm just saying, Lee Corso. I mean, you got it. But that's the toughest thing. Look, for me, Lee Corso. America should be thanking him for what he helped develop in game day. Now, Fox has got to turn around and find another way. Hey, we didn't talk about this, and you know that Fox went after Reese Davis earlier this year. He was up for a contract. He decided eventually to stay with ESPN and ABC, but they did make a stab at him. Which would have been great. That would have been a good get. And they threw the book at him. They offered him everything.
blank check and all.
Yeah, they did. And you know what? I thought that was a good move. That was a great move. Or just come up with your own Reese Davis. Find somebody who can bring. It's not like I said. If you're looking for the young kids, you got to entice the kids. You don't entice the kids. It's all about enticing them.
What's the word? Influencer.
Yeah, influencers, different things like that. Give away gear. Kids love free gear. They love it. And if you want your TV show to be big and you want all the kids, give away free stuff.
Plus, at one time, the guys we thought were the youngsters, like the Herb Streets, and
he was young,
but now he's older now. You know, so yeah.
I'm just saying they were all young. We were all young at one time. I wasn't 60 10 years ago.
I used to just be OG. Now I'm OG.
Right. That's what I'm saying. I use my daughter as a measuring stick now. Hey, what do you kids like? Where do you like to go? That's too loud. I tell her that. Don't turn that music down. Nobody want to hear that crap.
The thing is that the way that TV works out is that at the very least, from what I can understand, especially when McAfee came on, they're trying to appease to a younger audience and try to appease to a shorter attention span audience more they are than anything else. I mean, Fox is just trying to copy and paste the mold,
emulate,
and they're going with someone who is also an influencer. And it's weird because if you think about it, McAfee got his start in this form of media through Dave Portnoy.
Yes, he did.
And now it kind of comes back full circle where they needed to find someone that can kind of counter it. And again, we get it. Portnoy he's not an athlete. You know, he's not a former athlete of any kind. He's just a guy that started up a website that has blossomed out to being one of the more recognized one of the most recognized brands when it comes to sports takes, and whether they're good or bad or indifferent, people see it and they quickly react to it. And that's kind of that's what Fox wants to do. They want to find something where the younger demographic and people with shorter attention spans that need bright, shiny lights, jingly keys to pay attention to. And that's where Portnoy comes in at. Again, I'm not here to defend him. I'm not here to lambaste him. I'm just here to say what exactly it is. And the guy that put that comment out, Ryan Glasspiegel, Portnoy is Fox's counter to McAfee's ESPN College Game Day. That's all it is. They're just trying to keep up with the Joneses, and ESPN is still the Joneses when it comes to sports.
Right. Yeah.
That's all it is.
I get it. And I appreciate it, but I don't think they're not doing their homework because they're not two of the same people. They are, but they're not. One guy has been successful in sports. One guy knows he's active. He does all the things he's supposed to do.
But they're both doing the same thing. They're both getting you to pay attention in some way, shape, or form. Whether it's a positive one or a negative one, they're getting you riled up about something.
No, you're right. I get it. Like I said, I get what you're saying. And look, I hope it works out because this affects the Big Ten.
Here's my real question though. Where'd Charles go?
Charles didn't go nowhere.
You sure? Because it seems like that.
No, Charles is still. I read this about Charles is with the NFL, but Charles comes to the bigger games when they're at Michigan. You know what I'm saying? They use Charles for the big games, like the Ohio State game, like the if it's a big game against Oregon, if it's a big game against Michigan State. He comes to those games, waves the flag, does all the stuff he's supposed to do.
Yeah, he's essentially kind of doing what Lee Corso was doing. As far as he was doing the headset thing, what Charles was doing was flying the flag and I'd say plan it, but in one certain state, I think it's now a felony to do such a thing. But we're not going to go ahead and get down with that because we've already said how we kind of really feel about that, and you can't spell without SAWFT, which spells what? But what it is at the end of the day is that, I mean, you're trying to find a way to pull some of the viewers from the OG of pregame shows in terms of college stuff, and you got to find a way. You got to throw a Hail Mary at this point because you probably take a look at the numbers and it's night and day.
Yeah, I think that's the case exactly. They're throwing something against the wall, hoping that it sticks.
Right. I mean,
I get it.
I mean, because they tried doing that with when they pulled Tom Rinaldi off when Rinaldi signed with Fox.
Tom Rinaldi was a good get. I'll say that. That was a good get. If you're looking for profile, different commentary.
If you want to cry at 10, 11 o'clock in the morning, Tom Rinaldi is the one to get you right there to make you cry at 10, 11 o'clock in the morning.
He's going to give you that. He's going to give you that. You feel sorry for that player, or that player had it rough, or something like that. He's going to give that to you. What I'm looking for that guy that's going to jack me, that's going to get me ready to go for the game. You know what I'm saying? That's saying it in a way that, hey, you guys need to get up for this game. Go have yourself a beer, have some eggs, boom, boom, boom. Let's do this. Let's go do this. I get it. You're looking for someone who can sing the fight song, the student fight song, not the fight song for the university, the student fight song. That's what McAfee does. He sings that song and those fans react to it. Who's that coming down that train? And they retort back to him, right?
Right.
I watched it.
Yeah, I've watched it a few times, and he has the charisma. I mean, I don't know. I haven't followed Portnoy that much to know what he's going to be like. Describe him for me.
Best way to say it is probably your stereotypical New Yorker with.
He's a slappy.
He's what you would call your hot take radio. Like if he were to start a radio show right now, he would be a major market kind of guy, but a lot of his takes are hot takes. They are attention grabbing takes. Okay. He may be wrong quite a bit of time, but that's what they kind of keep him around for, is to have some takes to get people riled up. It's kind of how it is in a lot of markets, though.
That's the difference that's still kind of hard for me to swallow yet, is that you can say anything you want to say nowadays without backlash. It doesn't have to be true.
Without backing it up. Without
any proof or anything. And then, it'll stick with somebody, that's listening. So I just haven't gotten to that point. Everything I try to do on this show, I try to tell you legitimately or, realistic scenario or the truth about a matter or something like that. But just to say whatever you want to say with no regard, I'm not there yet. I don't know how to be that way, I don't think.
No, look, I'm going to say, I'm not even going to get into it. We need to go to a break because we got a friend coming on the other side, a Detroit Lion, former Detroit Lion. And he's with the alumni, the NFL alumni right now. And maybe we need to talk to him about some things that are going on in Detroit, right, Big Sweet?
Absolutely, man. He's the man in the know.
So on the other side, we're going to bring him on. You're listening to the M Zone on the Big 1050.
Clear on the radio.
All right. And I could not sleep last night.
What do you mean you couldn't sleep? What's going on? Was it raining?
I couldn't fall asleep, man. I don't know. I was just wired up. I think I had rehearsal last night, so.
Oh, that's right. Maybe you got that. Maybe you had the jazz in you.
Yeah, maybe I was still funky.
Miz, can Tim hear us? No, device not connected.
He's probably gonna have to he might have to. Oh,
You guys hear me?
Yeah, we hear you now. Well, we did hear you.
You know, you got the. I don't know if you can see me, but I can see you, gentlemen. What's up,
T-Dub?
Big Tweets?
What's up, T-Dub? What's up, man?
I don't know what's going on.
His mic's going in and
the-
back out. There he is.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
So what's up, Tim? How you doing, man?
Man, good, man. How you doing, man? You gonna be able to make it out tonight, big fella?
I plan on it.
Okay.
And
I know you got about two or three, four things on your plate at one time. So
I'm a very busy. I had a homeboy that used to say, I'm a man of mighty few words, and I'm about done talking.
Big Sweet though, when Big Sweet's come back in town, he's just a man of high demand. So I understand that. Trust me.
Man. No,
Yeah.
you're the man. You're the man. I'm the man next to the piccolo player, but you're the man.
No, man, I just want to follow y'all footsteps. What's up?
Tim, I was explaining to them, man, that you're the president of the local chapter, and you might want to talk about whatever you want to talk about with the meeting tonight, and what's going on with the Detroit and how, because we're contrary to popular belief, we are one of the better chapters in the league, around the country. So I want you to don't hesitate to toot our horn.
Okay.
Yeah, Tim. I want to know all about it. I want to know how I can join, how I can become you.
Well, listen, man. You already joined just by knowing Big Tweets, but he is right now. We are back-to-back champions now. We are as far as this total of about 50 chapters. I'm sorry, 38 chapters. They just got one in Utah. And we have been back-to-back chapters of the year. So, I mean, that's just really, honestly, that's the guys, man. These guys are, I mean, they are on demand. We are in the community. I mean, these guys are volunteer their time. And it's a blessing to have these guys behind me, having my back, And I think that's probably one of the reasons I was elected to the board of directors for the National Football League Players Association, because of just just what we do here in Detroit, and I'm excited, man. And then this night, the meeting tonight that we're having is one of the businessmen by the name of Tom Lozone. I hope I got his name correct. But he's the guy that's just wanted to be connected with the players. He's invited us out to his restaurant. I don't know if you guys have ever been out to the Hook. I've never been out there, but it's off the water. It's going to be some boats that are going to be docked up, and we normally have a meeting that we just kind of formality. But tonight, man, it's just going to be all about you and your bride, whoever you bring, just mingling, getting in touch with some of these business guys, that his friends that are going to come out to the meeting tonight. But we just want to just enjoy ourselves, man. That's really what tonight's going to be about. Yeah.
Well, let's
get off the air, Jamie. You should join.
Let's do it.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Absolutely.
You ready, Miz?
Yep, we'll be back on the radio here in about 30 seconds.
Okay.
So stand by, guys.
This is the M Zone.
And welcome back to the M Zone. Jamie Morris, Mac the Hitman Missler, best guy in the Bizzler. And you got Big Sweet himself, Larry Lee, sitting in the tree. There you go.
What up?
And joining us is Tim Walton with the NFL Detroit chapter for the players.
Correct. NFL Players Association, Detroit chapter. Look at it like this. Every organization has a union and they have a management, right? So there's two chapters. One's the NFL alumni and the other one is the NFL Players Association The players' association is where Big Sweets gets his benefits from. That's where we get our benefits from. So if you look at it like that,
That's where I'm
it'll
getting my
it'll
benefits
help separate the two. We are the ones that they pay our benefits.
Okay.
Going to accredited
All
fees. Correct. Yep.
Maybe I need to come down there a little bit every now and then. But
You got Big Sweets. That's your credit card right there. Big
there you
Sweets.
go. I got it.
He dropped his name off at the door. You know what I'm saying?
You get kicked out.
Not in our meetings. That might not work in some other meetings, but not.
I appreciate the love. Appreciate the love.
And Tim played for the Detroit Lions.
That's right.
Came
Yes,
here, linebacker. And what did you say, Big Sweet? I don't want to repeat it because it squatty body. He's got a little squatty body as a linebacker.
I was telling NFL personnel people, they got all these terms for all kind of people, right? I was a squatty body. If you're not 6'6", 6'5", 6'7", and you got a little thickness around your bones, then we're known as squatty body. So I'm a squatty body, and I'm more of a squatty body nowadays than back in the day.
I love that. I'm going to use that term. I like that. Squatty body.
Squatty body. Yeah, that's the. But yeah, I want to have Tim on because Tim's very knowledgeable about what's going on in the Detroit area, and not only that, but the NFLPA. And as we move on with our show, we're gonna have a lot more people on that to give our listeners insight about what's going on behind the scenes and various things. And I want to say this off the cuff. Last week we had Lomas Brown's golf tournament, and it was out at the Country Club of Detroit. And I was out there as they took off. I didn't play golf or anything. But then a cart comes by me, and it's Tim Walton and Barry. And I said, oh, no. Barry said, that cart right there, there's some cheating going to go on with that cart right there. They had pencils on and they had erasers on their pencils.
Hey, but he didn't tell you we had Calvin with us, too. We had Calvin Johnson with us, too. So listen, we was already – we was 19 before we started.
You were 3. I missed Calvin. Calvin must have joined y'all out there on the course. I saw you and Barry take off.
Calvin was sitting in the back. He was kind of low. Calvin was sitting in the back, and then Rob Sim was supposed to be our 4th, and so then we had a rotation of people. We had Herman come and play with us for 4 holes. Barry's son came and played with us. George. We just had a whole rotation of players to come and play with us. So, but again, we was good because we started off 19 under. We couldn't do no wrong.
Oh, wow.
And the beauty of it, our boy Lomas Brown, who we all know and love, and does a show on our sister station and everything, man. It was great it was his first year as the host, and I thought he did a good job, man. At least I saw everybody get off. I didn't stick around for the dinner or whatever, but it probably had to be nice. Looked like Lomas did a good job.
Phenomenal for his first annual, Larry. That was phenomenal. So I told Lo, I said, man, I don't know how you have a first annual and have it sold out. That was a blessing.
Yeah, it was. So Jamie, Tim, tell us a little bit about what's going on with the local Detroit chapter and what's keeping us number 1 around the league.
So what we doing, Jamie? Listen, what I've really kind of taken on as a passion is, like just last week. As a matter of fact, I'm sorry, not last week. 2 days ago, Pal had a combine. So probably between 10 and 15 of our former players, we're out there. I mean, it was an actual combine. And Larry can tell you a lot about them combines because he's been in that business. But it was ran just like a college combine. So we are out there supporting. We have a turkey drive, an annual turkey drive that we have. We have great supporters in Tryon that's always out there to support and help us. These guys, we make sure we give out 500 to 600 turkeys.
Wow.
Along with every side. And I'm talking, when I say size, I'm talking the real size, not that store-bought side. So, right. I mean, it is phenomenal. And then we also have, we go out and we visit as a matter of fact, it's so much. Herman and I just was at Genesee County Jail. Mm-hmm. It was about 4 or 5 of us there just to we had it on both sides. We were talking to the women, and we were talking to the young men and some of the older men. And what's so sad about it, some of those were murderers, but you wouldn't even know it. They were like everyday loving people. And we were talking about the reality of depression, and some of the questions we got there were just real questions like, hey, what made you make that right decision? You know what I'm saying? So then we were at Sound Mind, Sound Body. Now this is all in the matter of a couple of weeks. Sound Mind, Sound Body with Curtis Blackwell.
Wow.
He has about 200 youth that we went out and talked. Myself, Eric Hipple, and I don't know if you guys know, but I know Larry knows, but the late Louis Sharp, who just passed away, he was out there sharing his story of his addiction, and this is something that I think it just pushes us to the number one, because there's not an event that that our guys don't come out and support. They just come out and support, man, and I love them for it, and it makes it easier. And so at the end of the day, every chapter has a quota, every chapter has a scorecard that they have to turn in. And we have a convention that normally is in Hawaii, and that's when all the chapters are there. And so far, back to back, last 2 years, Detroit has been number one. And I give all that, man, not just first to the Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, but then also, man, our players, man, they come to play. Tyrone Wheatley, who just took over the job at Wayne State, he's been out to every event. You know what I mean? These are guys that are committed. Keith McKenzie, now he's over at Southfield A&T. He's struggling, but he's coming out. You know what I'm saying? Right. So these guys are just coming out and supporting, man. I mean, you can't put a price on that. It's a blessing.
No, it truly is, and it's good to hear that the Detroit division is doing what they're doing and doing it out in the city.
Yes. Yeah. You know what's so funny? I just thought about it, because what Larry was saying is at the end of the tiebreakers. So if everyone is in the green, that means you've turned all your paperwork, all your bank statements are up to par. You've had no violations. They go to the community service. We had over 150 community services.
Wow.
That's great.
Really?
And that's phenomenal. So you got the other chapter presidents were coming at me and said, "Hey man, what are you doing, man?" I said, "What you mean what I'm doing, man? The guys are doing it. We're just going out. I mean, we have an event that guys are out supporting every day." And I think a lot of guys are gonna come for the Detroit chapter. But hey man, it's like the Bad Boys. We was back to back, you know what I mean? So we go over that three-peat.
Why not? Why not? And keep it rolling.
Run it back.
Keep running it.
Promote. But yeah, but it's been a blessing, man. I give all the credit, man, to these guys that come out. These are guys with families, with jobs, coaches that still come out. Ed Johnson, who's now taking over Renaissance, he's out. He was at matter of fact, he was at both sessions of the PAL Combine. So these are guys, man, are just out there doing that work in the community.
That's awesome. If you're a former player, what does a former player need to do to get involved?
So first you have to I leave my information, and then once they contact me, I send their names to National, and then National looks up who the person is and goes through and finds out whether or not they played with a national football team or not. And then from that point, then that's how they will contact them and let them know, hey, listen, here's a chapter that's in your area. And obviously, sometimes we have guys like, I think Sheldon White, when he was in Michigan State, he stayed out in Lansing. So sometimes it doesn't benefit, but these guys still make their way out to the chapter meetings, So, and I try to, as the president, try to take it into places in different areas. So I'm not always in Auburn Hills, or I'm not always in downtown Detroit. I try to take it, to where, somewhere where other people may be a little bit closer drive. it's exciting, man. It's exciting to me just to see these guys continue to get out and just give back to the community, man. It really is.
The other thing I'd like to add is that over the years, with after my playing days, and then when I crossed over into the executive role in the front office, had nothing but support, 1,000% support from Tim and the group. I think that's probably how I acquired a couple of positions that I acquired, like when I was GM of a XFL team. Tim was instrumental in making sure the XFL knew how much I was loved and respected by Detroiters and Detroit chapter and that whole thing. So we got each other's back too. It's a nice little fraternity brotherhood, as you know, Jamie. And the NFL players, there is a fraternity. We're fraternity brothers, and we care about one another. And it's good to see that Detroit happens to be in the lead when it comes to doing what's good.
I like to hear that Detroit's in the lead. That's always good. That's
always good.
Thing.
That is. Absolutely.
Yes, sir. How's Little Tim? Well, Big Little Tim.
Big Little Tim, I know, right? Yeah,
he ain't so little. Only in age.
Yeah, only in age. My son now and his mom and all they call him Big Tim now. They call me Big Old Tim. So he's down at Texas Southern, Larry. He's coaching at Texas Southern. He's going on his third year. He's down there with what's the guy who played for Houston, head coach.
DB, right?
DB, absolutely. Yep. He's down there with him now.
Okay.
I can't remember his name, but yeah. So listen, Deion opened up for a lot of these guys, man. A lot of these guys getting head coach. I think Michael Vick's down in Norfolk. I think I think one of the coaches just went to Bowling Green. One of the guys just got.
Oh yeah, that was Eddie George.
Eddie George, exactly. So I can remember everybody with Tim's coach, but I can't remember who it was. But he's down there in Houston, man. He's on his second year. So I'm hopefully that they do well down there as well. So that's where Tim is right now.
One of my boys who was on my coaching staff when I was in the XFL, he just took the Central State job.
Okay.
Yeah, he played with the Denver Broncos, defensive back. He was coaching with the Lions for a minute. Tony Carter.
Tony Carter, okay, that's where he's at now, Central.
Tony's head coach at Central State now.
Yes, I mean, a lot of guys are getting opportunities. I think that's a blessing, man, because we actually know the game. You know what I'm saying? We know the game. We know the players. And I can tell you all know this, especially Larry, it's a new player out there right now. I mean, these kids is coming out millionaires in high school.
That's crazy. That's all about crazy talk, right?
It's crazy. It don't even benefit them to leave college early.
Hey, Tim, I want reparations, man.
Hey, listen. Hey, the blessing though, Larry, is they're actually paying that to. My son was just telling me that he's supposed to be getting a check because in the six-figure range because they are trying to do some back pay because he was at Syracuse.
He's in those years.
He was in those years, absolutely.
2005 or what? Is it
2015?
2015, right? I knew
in those years. Yeah.
So, we all too old, man.
I was trying to push him to 84. I was trying to push him to 84 because that's when the new TV contract came out because the NCAA didn't have the rule anymore.
Right.
The schools got the rule, and then they brought it to the conference.
It
was crazy. It was crazy. The judge went, "Get out of here."
Exactly.
And Lil Tim went to Syracuse, right?
Yeah, he started at Syracuse for 3 years. Yeah, he went there. Syracuse. So those major colleges, they getting paid, right? So I'm praying with him. I'm like, yeah, let's get that money, boys, so you can give me some of my money back.
you know Jamie's family.
I told you, one of them parents. That's them parents. See, all the parents paid their tone now because their kids getting paid.
Hey, the difference in me, I ain't ashamed. Give me my money, boy.
You remember when?
You remember when? That's right. don't care. Hey, it ain't just the mamas. It's them. Look here, man. Hey, give me some payment back.
I know. Hey, when you talk about Syracuse, now Jamie has an affinity for Syracuse.
Yes, I
because-
do.
Tell me about Syracuse.
My brother Joe Morris and Mike and Larry Morris went to Syracuse
Oh,
University.
really? Okay.
So
Yeah, we
but
love Syracuse.
they're mad at me, but they love me.
So
They
they mad.
allowed me to go to Michigan, so I went to Michigan instead.
A whole different conference though, so they can't be too mad at you.
No, they can't be too mad. Hey,
Yeah,
it's a good time.
Yeah.
I told them I enjoyed it. I said I went to Syracuse when you guys were there. I used to visit them all the time.
I never asked you this. Was you and your brother in the league at the same time?
Yes.
You and Joe? Joe was with the Giants and you with the Redskins.
They had us on Good Morning America.
Okay.
Because the Giants were playing the Redskins. Back in those days, we could be called the Redskins.
Is that
And we
right?
played on the Memorial. Was it Memorial? Yeah. Memorial, not Memorial Day. It was Labor Day.
Labor Day.
Monday.
Yeah.
Monday, that Labor Day. And we played on national TV.
Oh,
And
wow.
I just wanted that to get over. I'm like, it's my rookie year. I ain't got time for this, man. Everybody was giving me crap all the time. Everybody was like, oh, look at Jamie. He's getting all the pub. I'm like, wait a minute. You know how ball players are. I need that club, not you.
Right. Especially on that Redskin team, you had a few boy dogs who thought they should have been on TV before you.
Mad as what now? Well, what's going on? Why you talking to the little man now? You ain't got to talk to little man. I'm Dexter Manley.
Right.
That's awesome.
Yes, sir. But Tim, man, we appreciate you, man. Thank you for coming on.
Man, listen, love you, man. I always support you, Big Larry. Listen, man, hey, you're my guy, man. We went way back. I put them letters out for you. I thought we had something going on, man. But
Well, that's an inside story there, Jamie. Is when the Lions had fired Quinn and Patricia.
Okay.
Once again, my boys had my back. They highly suggested and sent letters to the Fords that I should be the GM, and I appreciate all that. So I had love from.
I got to get more information from you because you know what, I'm trying to learn about this man.
Okay. Listen, make sure you give him my telephone number, and then make sure you come out to some meetings. How about that?
Will.
All right.
Yes, I will give him your number, man, and we get Jamie in some meetings, man.
Okay. I love y'all, man.
Appreciate it.
All right, Tim. All right, man.
God bless. Bye-bye.
God bless.
That's Tim Walton with the
Tim,
NFLPA.
He's done a fantastic job as president of the Alumni Association.
That's awesome.
He's done a phenomenal job, and he's got a little political family blood in him. His brother was his brother-in-law.
Okay.
Remember Freeman Hendricks was the deputy mayor of Detroit back in the day.
Uh-huh.
He was married to his sister, so
okay.
He knows about politics and all that, and but Tim does a great job.
It sounds like he's got everybody on there. He's doing what he needs to do. That's awesome.
Yeah. And like you said, and you've been around, Jamie. Some of them better known superstar kind of guys, they aren't as outgoing and but no, Tim gets from Barry to Herman to Lomas to everybody. Tim's got them all. Jason Hansen, I saw Jason last week at the golf tournament. I saw Calvin. I saw Barry. I didn't see Herman, but I saw several players, and Tim was able to get to great caliber players. Not only the backups, but the starters and the all pros involved too. Yeah.
Well, that's awesome, and it's good to hear that they're number one, and hopefully they continue being number one.
Yeah. Hopefully. Yeah.
It's a good. I get all of their emails, and I know that when they're doing votes and everything too. I get stuff from them. I
just really got a little bit more active here lately. for a while there when I was still in football, I just didn't have the time to, when I was GM of the XFL team and all that, and still involved, I just didn't have the time. But now that I'm semi-retired and kind of have a little extra time other than 3 to 6 every day, I
we appreciate that.
I can get involved. I appreciate you. No, I'm loving this. I'm loving it.
No, you've been a blessing for us, and me and Miz, we love it. We love having you on and being a part of this. This is awesome.
Wait, I gotta practice it though. I got the big 1050. Okay, was that it? Did I get it?
You hit it. You nailed it. Okay. Check with the judges. Check with the judges. Okay, it works. It works. Hey, we got some breaking news.
What we got?
According to Adam Schefter, one of the big items that the Pittsburgh Steelers needed to keep around has locked in.
Oh no, you're gonna tell me
TJ.
He got that money? CJ got paid?
TJ
got paid?
Go TJ, that's the TJ. TJ Watt, a 3-year, $123 million contract extension. 3 years, 108 guaranteed. He'll be making $41 million per year. And that's the highest among any non-quarterback in NFL history, making more than his brother.
But he's the best. He's the best defender right now in the country.
So,
in the league.
The wheels are turning. So 3 years, 100 and what?
108 is guarantee. 123 is the.
They say him 41 million a year average.
Wow, that's quarterback money.
That's the most of non-quarterback. That's the highest of any non-quarterback in the history.
Wow. So I'm still very close to the Steeler organization. I gotta call and see about how much inside scoop I can.
Yeah, you need to call and get some scoop on that, because that's woo.
You heard Tim talk about Sheldon White. Sheldon is over there as the pro personnel director, and we work together at the Lions. But I'm real close with Omar Khan, the GM. Mm-hmm. And when Kevin Colbert was the GM for a long time, Kevin and I are brothers from another, and so I go to Steeler camp every year, spend a week with them. I don't plan on going this year because the band is so busy. I don't have the time, but yeah, man, that's a great organization too, man. You talk about a first class A1 organization, the Rooneys and the Steelers, and I'm glad to see Omar. When Kevin stepped down, I'm glad they appointed Omar as the GM. And we all know and love Mike T. And everybody over there is first class. So I'm gonna see what inside scoop I can find out, and I might be able to report something tomorrow or something.
Well, how about this then? Little update from your camp, Detroit Lions camp, as the camp opens up actually on Saturday.
Yeah,
over in Allen Park. The Lions have officially announced their some of the pup guys, so physically unable to perform, and some of the guys that are still recovering from procedures from last year, and some guys that are just going to miss out on the beginning of camp. Some of them are actually kind of big in terms of who are on these lists. So on the pup list so far, offensive tackle Taylor Decker, cornerback Khalil Dorsey, guard Miles Frazier, and then a couple of guys that we kind of expected were going to be needing a little extra time to come back. Defensive lineman Ali McNeil, linebacker Malcolm Rodriguez, and defensive lineman Mekhi Wingo. Other players listed on the non-football injury list that are going to be missing a little bit of time: Josh Paschal and cornerback Stanley Thomas Oliver. And then players being placed on the reserve, physically unable to perform. Levi Onwuzurike is on that list.
Well, the other thing about that list or those lists right now is that they're playing in the Hall of Fame game, obviously next week, and
Correct.
so those lists they put them on there, as protection, and some of them are probably further along than we think, but putting them on that list, it just adds a little because we're going into camp so early to play that first game. So I was thinking about I was going to hit you guys up with this. I think I'm gonna go out there next week, and maybe I'll call from well, it's 3 in the afternoon. They should be done by 3 in the afternoon, but maybe I'll just do the show from the facility.
That's okay. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, so and then maybe Jamie, since we come on 3 to 6, we need to go out there one morning and peruse.
We can do that. You tell me when.
Okay, you got it. Got it. I figure next. Well, let's see. Next, when you going to Canton, go be over there Wednesday and Thursday, right?
Wednesday, Thursday. Yeah.
Are you going over Wednesday or Tuesday?
Probably Tuesday night.
Okay, so that leaves just Monday. So we might have to go the following week once we get back from Canton.
Right. We can go the following week. That works.
Yep. Okay. Cool. Figure it out. Yes, sir.
Jimmy, how about we take a break and kind of get some things reset and kind of come back with some more things to talk about.
Okay. Well, you're listening to the M Zone on the big 1050.
Clear on the radio.
All right.
This man gonna show up and mess up.
So I just got a text. Pepper Johnson said, can I come on tomorrow?
Yeah, you can come on tomorrow.
Okay. All right. We will. He's golfing right now. Well, everybody's golfing.
Golfing. I cannot see Pepper Johnson golfing. Wait a minute.
Maybe he's got a picture. Maybe he's got a picture of your face on the clubs.
Oh yeah, that's probably it. Wait a minute. He can't be golfing. Ain't he coaching? Did he stop coaching, Larry? Did he retire?
I don't know. He was coaching one day.
Yeah. So that's what I was thinking. I'm just thinking out loud.
Okay, yeah. I thought Pepper was coaching.
What you think about Mike Williams retiring?
Mike Williams,
the wide receiver.
Receiver.
The wide receiver at the Chargers, LA Chargers.
Retirements don't necessarily surprise me anymore because at the monies that these guys are making, if you do good with your money, man,
you're right. You're right.
Retire and not take that beating we all took, and
Agreed. No, I mean nowadays guys they get that second contract, they retire.
It's like that's why how Aaron Donald said, "Hey, I'll do 10 and I'm done," and leave with about set for life for a couple of generations. I just got a text from one of your old Wolverines.
Who?
Rich Stringer.
Rich Stringer. I love Rich Stringer.
Me too. Rich is a class act. He's an attorney.
Lopez's house, and you see the blimp, right? You see the blimp on the door. And the moral of that whole deal was that it doesn't really matter what happened before. Our job was to go into their place, take all their energy, take all their fans, and take what's ours. And we went in there and accomplished our goal. And it really wasn't about belief; it's more about trust. Like we just talked about trust our training, trust your technique, trust what you've done, and trust the.
They're bringing out more Mamba stuff now. That's good.
Well, this is the clips from Shimon for Coach. Let me get his name right.
Jerome.
Sharon.
Yep,
Okay.
Jerome Moore.
Sharon Moore. Gotcha.
All right, Jane, when we come back, I'm gonna need an hour of test read.
You're gonna need a test read.
You heard me.
Hold on. I saw them boys yesterday in my neighborhood. You know that?
Yeah?
It was in my neighborhood. I was like, what y'all doing in my neighborhood?
They're looking for a pickup game of basketball.
They were actually they had some people they needed what you call it. They were telling me, James, we seriously have somebody that we're selling. I mean that we sold. I was like, okay, all right, good. That's good. Hold on, where's the read for Honorable Pest Control? Come on, what's bugging you? Nope, not bugging you. Live read. Where are you? Come on.
How's our lady dealing with the deck?
She's doing good. I had lunch with her today.
Okay, good. I'm ready to get after it.
Pest Control. There it is. Come on. Damn it. That ain't it. Live reads. Got it. I found it, I think. Got it. I got it.
Okay,
I got it.
All right. We're coming back from break here in a moment. So stand by.
This is the M Zone.
And welcome back to the M Zone. Jamie Morris, Matt the Hitman Missler, best guy in the Bizzler. And you got the center of attention, my man Larry Lee. But
Hey.
his friends call him Big Sweet. And you
Big
know
Sweet.
why. That being said, hey folks, it's time to sign up again for Honorable Pest Control. Honorable Pest Control. They'll have you covered, and now is the best way to get your treatments. The Honorable Pest Control annual subscription plans. Their comprehensive programs protect your homes inside and out, from foundation to peak, 4 times a year. Plus, they cover any unexpected pest issues between treatments. It's like having pest insurance for your home. Honorable Pest Control today. Give them a call. 734-436-3017. That's 734-436-3017, or go to honorablepestcontrol.com and do it as fast as you can. Honorable Pest Control, they'll take care of you like they take care of me. That's a whole lot of money that TJ got, man.
Yep.
I'm just letting y'all know.
Whole lot of money.
Yep. Those that may have missed it, TJ Watt re-signing, getting an extension with the Pittsburgh Steelers. 3 years, $123 million, and 108 of it guaranteed, and makes him the highest paid non-quarterback in the NFL right now, making 41 annually.
And it's only a 3-year deal.
Yeah.
That kind of surprises me because, you know how I've explained in the past that the blue sky.
Right.
There ain't a whole lot of blue sky in that one.
No, it's just
it's just straight to the point.
and
Sweet.
that's right to the point. And look, they paying a whole lot of money over 3 years, and then we make a decision from there, right?
Yeah. It's I was trying to think if is it really a 1 year or 2 year deal, and that third one is somewhat blue sky, but with the guarantee that high, it's pretty much it is what it is. How much was guaranteed there, Miz?
I believe it said 108 mil is guaranteed.
Out of 123.
Yes.
Wow.
Wow,
Mhm.
that is what it is. What's the difference between 23, -8? That's the only difference between that one. And so, no, there ain't a whole lot of wiggle room or blue sky. That contract is what it is. TJ is set. He got his bag.
Well, I mean, look, the way the man played football all these years, and he wants a new contract. You need to give him something, right? You got to give him.
I agree. Yeah, you gotta reward your players.
You got to reward the guy so those other young guys can see he got rewarded for doing all the work he did over the years. I mean,
that's hefty.
it is hefty, but if you reward them, then all of them want to stay and get paid that way.
Yeah.
That's I look at it as they do. Hey, he's one of theirs. He got drafted there. He stayed there, and now they gave him enough. If you got a couple more years, we're gonna take care of you too.
And that's one of the organizations that still has that loyalty mindset. Look at Big Ben. How many years Big Ben stayed there?
Exactly.
They kept him a lot longer than they really should have. But he earned the right to leave on his own terms. It
was on his time. They made it on his time, not because. And you know what? He gave everything he had. I mean, that man got twisted up, beat up. I mean, he would take shots. He did what he needed to do to win those games.
So I'm always dissected. So they must have a decent amount of cap room.
I'd say they do. I'd say, everybody said they don't want no quarterback. They ain't trying to draft no quarterback. They ain't trying to get money. They got money. I don't know. Wait a minute. They ain't the Cincinnati Bengals.
No.
I'm just saying.
And Aaron Rodgers is on the backside of a career. They're not paying him the dollars he earned during his heyday. So they probably, I'm gonna make a call now, see what I can learn and be able to divulge.
In case you're wondering, excuse me, that contract extension basically gave him a $20 million salary increase.
Thank you. I mean, it's incredible. I looked it up. I'm glad you put it out there because I wouldn't. But I mean, think about that. Think about what he got.
That's a heck of a raise, isn't it?
That's a heck of a raise. And that's going to make a lot of other teams. What y'all doing over there? What are you doing?
Yeah, well, they better get the sack. If they got a defensive lineman.
That's that Deshaun what are you
Deshaun Watson.
Yeah. That's what are you guys doing? What are you messing up the scale for?
Right. And that that used to happen too. When I was in the front office, I remember a team does some deal, and you say they didn't have to pay him that much. Now we sitting back and so and so's up next. They're gonna want that kind of money. They're setting the precedent. They're setting the precedent. That's the fun of the game, man. How you got to dissect it all.
Well, you got to figure it out, and everybody's got to try to figure out why they're doing what they're doing.
I'm trying to picture their defense now. They signed a free agent. The one veteran came in as safety. I can't think of that.
Oh,
right.
Jalen Ramsey.
Yeah, Jalen Ramsey there, and So he's on the back end of a solid So they needed some firepower, some mature firepower, and I think that's kind of what they went after with Jalen, and then Aaron, and they got what's the receiver?
DK Metcalf.
DK Metcalf.
Yeah, they might have put together a little squad now.
You got a little squad. Wait a minute. If Aaron Rodgers has anything left in it, I'm just saying, if he's got anything left in the tank, this is his chance.
Yeah, that might be a little something over there, man.
I mean, it could be. But they're in a tough division. Now, that's a tough division. I ain't going to lie about that.
You ain't lying. Yeah, Baltimore, Cincinnati. Cincinnati got the third best quarterback listed, Joe Burrow.
Right.
So, hey. And then the Ravens, they're always a force to be reckoned with.
Now the Ravens,
Browns, I don't know if they're ready yet, but
they're not.
They're not.
Well, I mean, the Browns kind of they kind of shot themselves in the foot when they decided, you know what? Yeah, you're gonna go ahead and give Watson that big contract. We'll go ahead and we'll trade for him. Yeah, we'll eat that contract. We'll take that. We need a superstar quarterback because we haven't been very decisive with our quarterback play in I don't know how many years. Especially, I think a lot of Brown fans, even though he got them to the AFC Championship game, for some reason, just want to gloss over the fact that Baker Mayfield was probably their best quarterback in the past 20 plus years.
Yeah. Well, what's the name went there as an old man and did okay? What's the old?
Joe Flacco.
Flacco, yeah.
Flacco did well over there.
Yeah, he did. I mean, he did a great job to fill in the role. I mean, he was the one that essentially helped turn that season around for Cleveland to get them into the playoffs. It was only a short stint in the postseason, but I mean, he was able to salvage something positive from that season at the very least. But I don't know what again, I don't know why the Browns are doing Brown things, and obviously the most recent news with Quinshon Judkins now in some hot water himself now before even the season starts up. But the AFC North is probably one of the most competitive divisions, I would probably say, in the NFL, because I mean, you've got three comparable teams that could that could win the division outright without even a game being played. You could probably just look at it, and there's going to be almost a 33% across the board with Baltimore, Pittsburgh, and Cincinnati. Maybe a little bit lower with Cincinnati, but you'd still would assume that would be one of the more competitive divisions, kind of like how the NFC North is the same way with the Lions, Packers, and the Vikings.
Right.
Browns and the Bears I think, and I don't say this because Ben Johnson, I say this with what they have done in the offseason. Bears could be sneaky good this year.
I hear you.
That offensive line. If everything works out, they secure that offensive line. That's the most important thing.
They secured the offensive line. You got another year where you got Roma Dunze at wide receiver. Another year where Caleb Williams can better, get better acquainted, I guess, with the wide receiving core as well. The Bears may be one of those sneaky teams. I'm not going to say they're going to be a division winner, but that could be a team that we could maybe see get a contention for that last wild card spot this year. Maybe.
No, you're right.
Yeah. Depends on Caleb's maturity or growth as well.
That's the real big thing right there.
Yeah. And then that other team, north or west up there, they got that one quarterback from some school. We got to see how they're going to fare. With them double initials.
Oh,
oh man! No, I'm a Grizzly guy, man, not a Skull guy. I'm a Grizzly guy. Oh, wrong thing.
Wrong thing.
Just telling you.
We'll see how those Vikings do up there.
Ooh,
with that quarterback they got.
Big Sweet just channeled his inner Shaquille O'Neal and calling them the Vikings.
Okay, he can.
Sacramento Queens is what I call them.
I just want to say, Shaq O'Neal. What's the one comedian? I love to hear him imitate Shaq.
Ari Spears does an
Oh yeah, Ari Spears got that. Ari Spears got that.
Oh no, Shaq. Yeah. That's the big hearted man. You know, if I was a young man, then I would love to. I would look at myself like Shaq. You know, big fun loving guy, man, just doing his thing. You know, treating people fairly and right, and having a lot of fun. Man, he seems like a big old kid, man.
Yeah, Shaq is a big old kid. You right about that.
I think the one thing when I look at like the Minnesota Vikings right now. Obviously the news just came out earlier today with one of their top wideouts in Jordan Addison. He pled no contest to a DUI charge up out of state. So I'm kind of wondering who's going to end up being that number 2 receiver, because obviously the attention is going to be on Justin Jefferson for the most part. So, I mean, who's going to be the second part? Especially because Addison hasn't really, even though he's got the court stuff out the way, he still he's got to deal with the league itself. The league offices find out what his suspension is going to look like.
I'm trying to think back to last year they had that good record and they one game behind the Lions kind of thing. But how did they do it? It was Jefferson had a great year, but was there second and third receivers, or what was their running game?
They had the running back running the ball well. That let me tell you, that Vikings team was ready to go. They had a good defense, great defensive coordinator. You just got to look at it. They need to they made some moves on the offensive line. They made some trades got some guys in so they keep the pressure off. Look, if JJ
they got the Lions old tight end, right?
That's who they should.
TJ Hawkinson.
TJ Hawkinson.
Yeah, I mean he was the third best receiver last year. He didn't count for any touchdowns last year, but I mean he had 455 through the air. He only played 10 games because he had the injury bug. Addison had 875, 9 touchdowns last year, which was like about 700, just shy of 700 yards short of Justin Jefferson. But I mean, the big thing that they tried to reincarnate the Purple People Eaters is what they tried to essentially do last year. Is they built around defense, and the offense, especially with Sam Darnold having to come in and essentially reincarnate his career, because he'd been a journeyman up to this point, and it reignited his career. And now he's hoping that that the money that he's going to be making in Seattle is going to pay off in dividends for him. But really, the big thing is how will that defense from last year still live up to the live up to the expectations this year and make another push. Towards the top of the NFC North, or will they falter a bit? And will Green Bay maybe overtake them for the second best? Where the Lions kind of do. There's I think again that the NFC North may be the one division, at least in the NFC, that is probably going to be one of the more competitive. Probably going to be the most competitive one of them all. Maybe even the entire league. I think the only other one that would give them any kind of push in the NFC would be the East, but the Giants aren't good.
Right.
The Giants are the equivalent of the Bears, and I think that's a slap in the face towards the Bears, honestly, because the Giants really have no direction. You got 3 quarterbacks, and you don't know who's going to be the starter.
Yeah.
And they just got question marks all over the place.
Right.
Well, I like the coordinator up in Minnesota, Brian.
Brian Flores.
Flores has done an outstanding job. He's done an outstanding job.
He's done a great job. you guys, I don't know if you guys have had a chance to see the quarterback documentaries on Netflix. Take a look at it. They feature Jared Goff, um, Kirk Cousins, and Joe Barrows on this edition.
Okay.
It's very
Yeah.
good, and it's done eloquently. It's done really well, and
You know,
you find
also.
out why he lost the job.
Oh, okay. I'll have to check it out. But speaking of Flores, uh, he's a Jason client. Uh,
Okay, I know
yeah,
what you're saying. Yep.
yeah. So that's
He's
great,
a
man.
great he is a great defensive mind. I'm not good. I'm just saying that because
I agree. I like that. I
he
like
is
Brian.
something special. He should garner after this season. He should garner some head coaching interest again.
I agree. I agree wholeheartedly. And hope. Uh, we got to tell Jason to make it happen.
That's what we got to do. Yeah.
Yeah. And I tell our listeners, we're just talking about Jason Fletcher, who
Jason Fletcher, who represents a lot of NFL coaches and executive people in the NFL.
yeah, he's we're going to have him on a regular pretty soon once his schedule permits, and that'll be a nice little feather in our cap so our listeners can hear some behind the scenes in NFL stuff up to date. He represents several general managers and head coaches in the league, and in one big sweep, he ain't got me a job lately, so I'm gonna have to fire him. Nah, he's a great man. He's a great man and in the know, and we'll have him on as well. Yes, sir. Yes,
Well, we
sir.
need to go to a break, and we'll come right back on the other side. You're listening to the M Zone on the Big 1050.
Clear on radio.
You know, talk a little bit about Canton again.
Yes.
Let's see. I'm a bachelor for a week, so what am I going to eat tonight?
I mean, you a bachelor for the week.
My wife went to L.A.
Did she?
See her mom. Her mom's
That's
96.
Yep, that's nice.
Yep. So went out there for a week. So I'm gonna eat like I want to eat without restrictions.
That's all right.
You know you shouldn't be eating that,
Think about
Larry.
tonight.
Figure yourself like you're on vacation.
Yeah. Were you disciplined on vacation, or you ate like crazy?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Oh no, I just you know what? Family knew. They kept saying you're a vegan, Jamie. I'm like, I am not a vegan. I just don't eat red meat or pork. Well, then what else are you going to eat? I said there was fish, there was chicken, there was all kinds of things that we could eat. I just don't eat red meat or pork. That's all.
I have cut way back on red meat. I can't think of the last time I've had a steak. I might get one tonight. No.
You should get one, but remember, that bad boy gonna stick with you for a minute.
I'll stick with you for a minute.
Because that's what it does. It stays with you. Is it 5 o'clock, Biz?
It's protein.
It is 5 o'clock.
Oh man. You got a what you call it?
Question
of the day. Who should be the Pat McAfee of the Big Noon Kick? Who would you put as the Big Noon Kick?
How close are you guys with Rich
Honestly.
Rich.
Eisen?
Oh, we could get, yeah, he's a good guy.
And what's his name, man? You got all your U of M guys in the media. What's Adam Schefter? He's
Pretty cool.
Yeah, he is. He's cool. I haven't talked to him about half a year. He would come on with us. So what's the all the lock? The Michigan guys got the media on lock.
What you mean that lock? What you mean lock?
You got Rich. You got Adam. And somebody else, a Michigan guy out there, national media guy. You got Jamie. Man, Michigan, y'all just taking over.
Michigan ain't taking over. Michigan we try to learn more about our opponents.
It's gonna be an early night tonight. I'm tired.
Don't you get one of them brand new Domino's pizzas?
Oh, and the crust was
The viral Domino's pizza order.
You know what pizza I love, man? I like Hungry Howie's.
Get your Hungry Howie there.
I might. I'm gonna give me something.
Yeah, I'm sending you this. You can eat that. They say it's good. Girl on the carton says.
What's up? Wrestling.
Did you just pick? Oh, I said, Miss, did you just do the question of the day? He goes, yeah. Hey.
Yeah, figure I'd add a little extra something to it.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. I like it. I mean, shit, I would steal somebody. Go get me somebody. What's the guy's? There's a coach. Not Chris Peterson. I don't like Chris Peterson. Well, I like him. Let me think. Who is kid friendly? That's what I got to figure out. Who is kid friendly?
All right, guys, we are coming back from break in a moment. Stand by.
This is the M Zone.
And welcome back to the M Zone. Jamie Morris, Matt the Hitman Missler, best guy in the Bizzler. And you got the center of attention himself, my man Larry Lee. But if you know him, you calling him Big Sweet. That's what he is.
Big Sweet.
That being said, 734-998-1050, 734-998-1050. This is the question of the day hour. It is your chance to make or tell us what you think about our show, and also the question of the day. If you could pick the equivalent of a Pat McAfee for Fox Big Noon Kickoff to help fire up the crowd, who would it be? Who would be your pick? Also, if you could extend the CFP, that's the college football playoffs, what would you expand it to?
The reason why I brought this up is the SEC media days are, I believe, coming to a close either today or tomorrow.
Right, tomorrow's last day.
And I can't remember which coach it was. I want to say it was Mizzou's coach.
Yep, it's Missouri.
And
I
he
know.
was the one that put it out there. Why not just expand to 30 teams? So I guess my question,
That's just crazy.
30 teams is far too much. I mean,
No.
16, like 12.
At the most, it should be 16. That's it.
12 last year seemed to have made sense.
It did make sense. I
And-
like 12, but I think they want 4 more.
Yeah, and 16, I mean, again, a good round number like 16 makes sense. But again, I want to see it, if they, with this new, how they seed all these teams for this upcoming season rather than having, the top conference
This is not,
team or whatever.
see, but the problem is it's not this year. This year is set. The problem is next year when the Big Ten and the SEC have to make these rules, and they can't agree yet. So what's going to happen is the SEC is going to say, we want this number. The Big Ten's going to want this. And then they're going to say, okay, we're going to stay with what we have right now until we can come to an agreement. That's what's got, because they're not going to make an agreement this year because they got next year to do it, Miz.
Yeah.
That's true.
I like the 16 game deal. That was pretty cool last year. It's much more football for the teams though, and for the players. It's kind of like
beat
that.
them up, but hey, who cares?
Yeah.
As long as we get our national champion.
They're making money now, so they're pros, man. Shit.
They are.
So,
They are.
yeah, so
Like that. I mean, you heard what Tim said. He said, "Hey, give me my money."
yeah, he said high school kids are making a meal. Have
That's
you heard
crazy.
that?
That is
That
crazy.
is
Yes,
crazy.
I have, and it's crazy. Again,
Wow.
this is not the intent of the NIL. This is why I keep saying to you, Big Sweet, they take a small idea and they increase the money because they want all the good athletes to go to this school or that school or this school. You know what I'm saying? And
Yep.
it becomes a money game as opposed to what it should be, And
And the teams that can pay are the teams that win.
right, exactly.
So that's for the high school level though, man. Golly.
Yeah, it's crazy. That's what I'm saying to you. It's in high school, and now you got high school kids making that kind of cash. I don't know if it's millions, but they close to it. They're gonna be close to it. Generational. It's so far fetching. You're like you hear these people how much money they're offering kids and different things like that. I mean, it reminds you of when it's not real world. This is not real world. 734-998-1050. Give us a call if you'd like. My McAfee guy. Oh my God, my McAfee guy. What kind of guy? I mean, what guy would we make that guy? I mean, for me, I'd go with. I don't know. I would probably take him from ESPN right now.
I've got a guy right off the top of the head right now
Who?
that is still with the Fox network.
Right.
And can bring that kind of energy that people have been drawn to, not just the youth, but also some people probably in the older demographic as well. He's been more of an NFL guy, but why not try to find a way to get people fired up and riled up at a tailgate? Gronk.
I like that.
Yeah,
I like Gronk.
I like that.
Gronk
I
would be
like
good.
that.
Gronk shows, and he brings that kind of fire. He's that kind of guy. I agree with that. I like that.
That's a great one, Miss.
Yeah, because the entire time I'm trying to figure out, who is a former player. Even if you exclude the former player part out of it, someone that can find a way to get a crowd riled up, or just to bring an energy that that you would need to get ready for a football game, you know? Like, I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, Sam brings that for all of our tailgates and whatnot, especially for Ohio State and Michigan State games. He finds a way to just bring out inner energy or whatnot. But you need, if you want someone of the equivalent of McAfee that has played the game, that is just as the kids would say, an out-of-pocket guy that would, find a way to get the kids riled up, it's Rob Gronkowski. I think that would probably be the one person, and you don't have to go far to do it, and it works out. Now, I think he would need a little extra work with his, with how he presents himself, so to speak, as far as on TV or whatnot.
Right.
I think maybe spending a little too much time with the NFL Sunday guys may have kind of brought him down a little bit. Maybe a little bit of the Jamaican broccoli may have done that for him as well, per se. But this is a guy that, who, has been kind of a very interesting character, so to speak, especially in his time in the NFL. And that's really almost what, Pat McAfee was when he was a punter for the Colts.
Right. No, that makes sense. I like the idea.
And you just kind of wean them off of the whole, like, hey, listen, man, we know NFL Sunday, for the, between the early game and the second game, that you seem a little more confined, a little more conservative. But Saturdays, it's time to get wild and get the people going. At that point, Rob Gronkowski's probably getting the gears rolling, going, you know what, I got this idea. You know what, I'm gonna call my friend Tom Brady up and we'll get him on, and we'll get Jules on, we'll get Edelman to come on too. Like he'll find a way to kind of get the wheels turning to try to get even more.
He'll get
Brady
on. If it's Fox, Brady will do some Fox with Gronk.
Brady might have to be the one. I mean, and on top of that too, he won't have to be reserved when he's in the booth. He can actually be on set and let it all hang out.
Right? Yeah.
I don't know how much Tom Brady lets it all hang out. I wouldn't know per se, because I'm not.
After he wins the Super Bowl.
Okay. When you decide to have a Super Bowl party, you have a Tampa Bay River boat party, and you start throwing around the Lombardi Trophy.
Right.
But I think that might be the one guy I think that would match that same energy, maybe even exceed it, but someone that would fit that same bill, I think.
You know who I like? His personality. I mean, he swears a little too much, but what's the guy that played with the Dolphins that is on with Ryan Clark and the running back? What's his name? Channing? Is it Crowder? What's his name?
You're talking about he played for the Jaguars. That running back?
No, oh yeah. But the three of them is Ryan, the running back, but the third guy.
You know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Oh,
goodness.
Channing Crowder. No, what was his name?
I'm thinking of Maurice Jones. I thought.
Yeah.
No. That's I know him, but the one that they have the podcast called The Pivot.
Yep.
It's Ryan Clark, the running back for the for Jacksonville, and him. What's his name? Light skinned guy with got the dreads in his hair, and man, he tells some great stories, and he's hilarious, man.
He's a linebacker, right?
Yeah, linebacker. Yep. That's him.
Channing Crowder, Fred Taylor's yellow.
Fred Taylor is the running back.
And Fred's the running back, and Ryan, and who's the other one?
Channing Crowder.
Channing Crowder.
That's what I thought. Yeah, Channing Crowder. I like him, man. You ever really listen to him during their podcast or watch it?
I haven't.
He's hilarious. He's hilarious.
And like I said, I mean, if you're trying to find the comparable to Pat McAfee, you need someone that can bring a wow factor that keeps people tuned in for longer than 8 to 10 minutes or so. Like right. you can still have your stories that that Tom Rinaldi does or Aaron Andrews does. That's fine and dandy, but the bulk of it is all trying to, get the attention of people.
I like Chad Ochocinco's, but sometimes he can be a little corny. But I like him sometimes. The way he goes back and forth with guys, and you ever see them clips where they show him during games and he going up against Ray Lewis and he gets knocked out or something. I like guys with personality. There's one big D lineman, man, for the Miami Dolphins. He's always mic'd up, and he has the most clever lines during the course of a game. And no, you can't block me, and I'm gonna tell your mother. It's kind of hilarious. I can't think of his name either, but answer to the question. I got off topic a little bit, but I think Channing Crowder be my guy to get on one of them shows like that. I think he'd be great at it.
I think Ryan Clark would be good.
Yeah, RC.
Ryan Clark is a guy who can talk. He's very, very mature, but he can get silly too.
How about this? A guy that I'm assuming he's still a free agent at this point in terms of media. RG3.
Yeah.
I mean, he may not have the same energy as McAfee, but he's a guy that has been, he's a knowledgeable individual when it comes to the college game. He's been, knowledgeable when, whether he was in the booth with, I think isn't he in the booth for Fox now, like for some of the weekend games?
I think he is. Yeah. I don't know if he has the charisma. He's kind of stiff-jawed most of the time,
He called him stiff-jawed.
Yeah. You're talking about a personality, not
you need a personality, someone that's going to bring out the and the students and make them they're looking forward to meeting him and seeing him.
And on top of that too, he's still with the Fox Network. He's a part of the number 2 team for their college football coverage with Jason Benetti, who is the Tigers baseball voice for here in Detroit. But I mean, you get him on there, even if you have him on location some places, like even if the game of the week that Fox decides to pick isn't his, you can still have them there telecasted in. Like there's a lot of them. I like what Derek on Facebook put in there. DG, our boy Devin Gardner, and
Devin Gardner would be great. That's a great one.
And Devin has done an outstanding job. Anytime that he's stopped by the studio, anytime that we cross paths, I keep telling him that he's done an outstanding job with everything he's done, whether it's been his Young Go-Getters campaign that he does with some of the kids in Detroit and the surrounding areas, or even just being on TV. He's done an outstanding job in general, and I'm extremely proud of what DG has done in his media career so far.
Who would be like the Shaq version of football?
Shaq version of football.
I got, you know what? I got a name. I think he would do good. I mean, he hasn't done it, but you just said the initials, but it was different. BG, your boy Brandon Graham, he got that personality, that fun-loving, get after kind of thing. If you ever let him loose and let him laugh and joke and do what he does, I think he'd be great at it.
No, you're right. That's a good one. BG would be really good.
Yeah, he just came to my mind, but I was trying to think of a football version of Shaq. Strahan he does his thing, and
Strahan's a little too busy doing Good Morning America now. So
too busy right now.
He too Hollywood for us right now.
Yeah. So is what's our boy, the old former Lion? He big time now too. On Good Morning America.
Nate Burleson.
Nate.
Hey, I mean, I've had a lot of love for Nate Burleson when he was a player here in Detroit. So I'm glad. Like I said, I'm glad to see a lot of these guys that suited up either at Michigan, in Detroit, or whatnot, are having a successful career in media afterwards. Like it's really cool to see and be as our former caller JJ from Lincoln Park would say, living vicariously through the lives of someone who is far younger than myself.
734-998-1050. 734-998-1050. What's up, Hadley?
Well, you guys came up with some good choices here. Now, he doesn't play football, but if he did, and he did try,
does he know the game?
He should know the game.
Okay, so
he knows his basketball. No, I'm talking about Mr. Barkley.
Barkley.
Yeah.
Honestly, Barkley wouldn't be a bad one. I mean, he's helped. I mean, he's done a lot with.
He's done football. I mean, he
Yeah.
see him doing football.
He can talk the talk for it. I think the one issue would be maybe you can put him in for the like when NBC stuff, because isn't that where
that's where they're
Inside is
connected.
going?
Yeah, the inside. Yeah.
So I mean, I think you kind of work it out there. I mean, I like the idea, Ellie, having Sir Charles on a panel for a pregame show.
He would know how to interact with the audience and have a little fun and go back and forth and take a little criticism and have fun. Yeah, that's a good choice, Hadley.
Especially you can dish it back. What are you talking about, man? Ping pong, fool.
Yeah, fool. Fool.
Yeah, talking about those women where? San Antonio, was it?
Talking about them women in San Antonio.
It's some big old women in San Antonio. Man, there's some big ones over in San Antonio. You got the dirty ass water in Galveston, Texas, too.
You think if Charles had played football and then decided to go the route he's going now in basketball, do you think he would have made it in football as what he's doing now in basketball?
No.
I don't know if Charles like to get hit, dog. You got that's a want to thing. You got to have want to, and I don't think Charles had want to.
He said that. I remember hearing him say that. No, them football players, man.
Exactly.
Oh, no. I ain't want to. And when I was at the Lions, our personnel guy was Ron Hughes, and Ron Hughes' favorite line was, "There's a reason they're playing basketball."
Right. There's a reason. Because they wish they could, but there's a
reason they're playing basketball.
Well, actually, I was getting to, what he's doing now with TNT and about to do with NBC. Could he be as controversial with football as he is with basketball if he had decided to go the football route, being an analyst and everything?
I don't know. That's a good question.
That is a good question, Hadley.
I don't know the depths of his football knowledge, though.
Yeah, I know.
He has the personality. If personality is the question, then no doubt. But his football knowledge, I wonder.
Didn't Barkley say? I thought I heard him say once that he did try out for football, but like you said, he tried it and said, not for me. But for the Auburn team.
There's a reason they're playing.
I don't know if he tried out for Auburn. I know he tried to play in high school. I know he tried to play in high school.
Yeah, right.
Did you know Draymond Green was a tight end at Michigan State?
Exactly. Draymond, I knew that.
Yeah.
I knew. But hey, Draymond went the right direction. He like, I ain't breaking no bones, man.
There's a reason.
Snoop Dogg would be perfect, Vinny. You are right. Snoop Dogg would be great, but Snoop Dogg is great at anything that he loves the sport of football. Y'all know Snoop Dogg loves him some football.
As long as he doesn't bring out the stripper poles with the girls, he'll be fine.
You know how Snoop works. You know how Snoop do it.
Yeah, I know. I know how he does it.
D-O-double-G.
He's going to be up at Mount Pleasant at the casino up there.
Oh, is he?
Parents in Michigan. Yeah.
I did not know that, Hadley. Thank you.
Yeah.
I may have to go up there. Take the little honey on up there.
I don't think his show has come up yet. I know it's coming up soon, but you probably can get some comp tickets, so you'll be set.
didn't say comp tickets.
Yeah,
Well,
I've
you're
always.
the unofficial mayor.
Why I got to
Oh,
be? Why I got to be
well,
there?
official mayor.
Hey
I
guys,
always love.
Miz
Yeah,
and
go ahead.
Miz and Larry. I thought of one. I know he'll never do it. He's content with what he's doing, but I've heard his Brian and Firestone fire on the show and stuff. But Jamie, have you ever? Wouldn't you like to do it? Get fired out?
The Big 10 50.
No, Big Sweet. They during the football season, and if it's Michigan's having a bad, kind of a rough season, I can get fired up about that. I get after everybody.
I haven't
get
experienced
after
that yet.
Right. That's why he's saying that. Hadley,
Oh,
I
okay.
appreciate that, but that's saved for you guys, not for anybody else.
I can't wait to see this.
Do it just to try it, Jamie.
Do what? What do you want me to do, Hadley? What would you?
Get on Fox, fire up the crowds like you want. You're saying they should, and just fire everybody up. You fire us up with Michigan football. Do it for everybody else.
So you want to give the passion? You want to give the passion away? You want me to give the passion away?
Yeah, he wants you to go ahead and challenge what's his face, old Urban Meyer. Go ahead and fire.
Hey, Urban about to get punched in my. I would go off on him.
Okay, noted. When Fox Noon Kickoff comes around back to Ann Arbor, I will make sure you get up there and I will sit you right next to him as close as possible, and I'll make sure that I slip a 50 to the cameraman when it happens, so that I got footage of it to save for later.
I'll tell that man. I tell that man off, as my mom would say. I tell that man off.
You know,
I'd love to be able to see that. That would be awesome TV, Jamie.
Yeah.
Another name that comes to my mind, he's this way about Michigan. I don't know if he would be this way in general, but your boy Charles Wilson has he's got personality, especially when it comes to Michigan. I mean, the way he gets on TV and rah-rahs and all that stuff when it's Michigan. I wonder, could he do that, in general for other teams?
He could do it. I think Wood could do it.
Yeah.
I think Charles would be good.
And I think Devin would be good.
Devin
too,
would be really good.
Devin,
You probably seen him before, Big Sweet. He was.
I've seen Devin. Yeah.
Devin would be good because he does high school football. He does now he does Fox football now too.
Yeah,
okay.
He's paired up with I can't remember who the guy is offhand, but he usually does like the Thursday night or Friday night thing with Fox. And he's done a couple like the Saturday night ones when they pair him up that way. But DG has done an outstanding job, though.
Yeah, last year at Lions training camp, I hung out with him for a couple of days. Great guy.
Good.
He's a great guy.
He's a great guy.
He's great people, without a doubt.
Yeah.
I think he wants to eventually work with What Up, though?
Oh, I think if at some point Joe Klatt,
everybody wants to work with What Up, though?
What Up, though? I think at some point if Joe Klatt decides to part ways with Fox, that would be the way to go. I think you put DG into that spot, no doubt.
Larry, real quick, when you were an exec at Detroit, what years did you work there?
93 to 2000.
Okay, and who were you have to refresh my memory, who were the Detroit coaches at that time, during that time?
We had Wayne was the head coach, Wayne Fonts, for a while. Then when they let Wayne go, then Gary Moeller was interim for a minute. Then they brought in Bobby Ross, and after Bobby, what happened after Bobby? But yeah, Bobby Ross. So those were the I primarily worked with Wayne Fonts most of my front office days, and those were some good times. Other coaches like Billy Matthews, and we had Herb Patera and Wayne's brother Johnny Fonts.
Thank you, Tim.
And Larry, when you worked with Wayne Fonts, were you fortunate? Now I heard this. I don't know how true it is. Were you fortunate enough that after a Lions game, Wayne Fonts and William Clay Ford would get together and smoke cigars and drink whiskey after the game?
I don't know about the whiskey part, but I've seen some cigars exchanged, and I tell you, working with Wayne Fonts was great. Wayne knew how to let things roll off his back, and not let everything bother. And then he was smart enough to delegate, so we all did a lot of Wayne's work, and a lot of fun. But Wayne kept it loose and a lot of fun, and it was good. I enjoyed working with Wayne Fonts. Now Bobby came in. We went from one extreme kind of to the other because Bobby was a big military guy, so he wanted people saluting and walking in file and line, and then he finally kind of loosened up after a while, and then the interim time we had Gary Moeller was great. We all loved Gary Moeller. That was
the worst move ever after Gary. I'm just saying. Getting rid of Gary Moeller really hurt that team.
I agree 1,000%. Those players loved Gary Moeller, cared for him. We all worked well together. That they should have left Gary alone and gave him the job.
Hadley, we got to go. 734-998-1050. What up, Rodney?
What's going on, guys? How are you today?
Good. Hey, Rodney.
What you got, Rodney?
Well, I could give you my question today, but I want to give a shout out to Philly E and his Viking systems, because back in the day when I was a small child, the public transit issue in Ann Arbor was purple, and I refused to go to the doctor unless I could put on a Fran Tarkington jersey and ride there, because the only purple thing I had in my house. So that's
okay.
That's some Philly E stuff for you. You know who I haven't heard from in a while is 5 o'clock Gin.
You're not going to hear from him. He broke some rules.
Yeah, he broke a couple of violations. So
he broke some rules, so you will not hear from him. Sorry about that.
No problem. I don't mind.
Okay.
Let's just go in. We had mascot on player crime for a couple minutes. Let's reverse the factors here. Earl Campbell taking out Bebo. Have you ever seen that highlight?
No.
I have not.
No.
I would definitely recommend looking it up. He takes out a 1,200-pound steer.
Okay. Was he in his uniform when he played? Was he in his uniform?
Yeah, he was playing for Texas.
Okay. All right.
He took him to the ground. That's a big boy hitting a big animal. Okay.
I appreciate that. Do you have a person you would have be the hype man other than what's his name? David Portnoy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Who?
I would put Jim Rome on.
Jim Rome. Okay.
That's who I'd go. One, he has his own show. He has his own platforms.
I don't know if young people. I don't know if he's going for the crowd that we're trying to go for. Now, I understand that. I get. Well, if you understand, they're trying to get the young crowd. They're not trying to get the Rome crowd. They're trying to get the young crowd.
I'm just looking for somebody who has, some
balls
that
they want hype on TV. They need hype. They want college game day. They want college game day hype. You understand what I'm saying? Not what Rodney wants. They want what Fox wants. They want that hype on TV.
Well, if that's the case, you might as well stick Woodson out there, or maybe, I don't know.
Okay. Well, Rodney, I appreciate the phone call, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. Let's go to a break, and then we got a lot of people online, so we'll be right back. You're listening to the M Zone on the Big 1050.
Clear on the radio.
What the hell, Rodney? If you can see me on video, I needed you to say somebody with some height, not Jim Rome. Because hey, I'll tell you, guy.
Oh no, I think Vinny's got a good one right here.
Where's Vin? Snoop Dogg? I told him that was a good one. I said Snoop Dogg would, but Snoop Dogg is good at everything.
That's true. You got to have Kevin Hart with him too.
Right.
There
I
you go.
like.
I counter Vinny. I counter your Snoop Dogg with Snoop and Kevin Hart.
Okay. That ain't
I
bad.
do Snoop. I do Snoop and what's his name? Cat.
Oh, since we're going
Cat
thinking
Williams.
outside, I thought about Cat. Since we're going outside the box,
I'm going outside the box. Cat
what
Williams.
what about Gary Owen?
I like Gary Owens. He's good
I do too. Yeah, Gary be good at that. Cat would be funny. Yeah, Cat would do a good job. Let's see who else.
Ms. on caller 4. Is it Anton?
That's Ant.
Oh, is it?
That's Ant.
That's Anthony?
That's our guy, Ant.
Wow.
Yes, sir.
You're gonna like Anthony.
Oh, okay.
You're gonna like Anthony. Anthony you want passion? You want the passion? This man brings it. He bleeds it, he believes in it, and he loves it.
All right.
I'm gonna say Anthony. Because he would hype the crowd up. I know it'd take him a whole week to get it all out of him, though, boy.
We would need our version of Gilly from Philly. Who was that?
I think I found a video of Earl Campbell taking down Beefo.
Let me see it.
I don't know if I can play the audio, so I'm just gonna leave it quiet.
Okay. I just want to see it. That is Campbell. I know that run anywhere. Oh, he did knock that. That ain't a full steer, though. That ain't full.
Knocked the guy.
He
into
knocked the
Beefo,
guy
it looks like.
into the damn bull.
Who's that commentator?
Ricky. You're like, what the hell going on?
And Earl was, the best running back clip of him, right? When he was playing the Rams and he was all in Isaiah. What's his name?
Oh, Isaiah Robinson. Remember Isaiah? He got right into that chest, didn't he?
Oh, yeah, didn't he?
Right in that chest.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Anthony. No. Did I eat? Yeah. I did. Yeah.
What we gotta have our conversation, Miz. What you having for dinner?
You know what I had for lunch?
Well, no.
I had roasted avocados. They were good. They covered with Munster cheese and pico gallo. Dude, I'm just trying to make you need these things in your life now.
You know what? I had vegetables in my Western omelet this morning.
There you go. I don't know what kind of vegetables. What kind of vegetables we talking about?
Bell pepper, onion, tomato.
So you had a Western omelet.
Right, a Western omelet.
Okay. You had some meat in that omelet?
Yeah, I had a little ham in it.
Yeah, you had some ham in there. You had your pork. Had your pork.
But that was it. Y'all haven't, other than a Western omelet, I have not eaten pork nor a steak in probably a month and a half.
I'm thinking about getting me a bowl today. I don't know if I can do that, but I'm gonna call the wife and say, "Hey, what y'all think about dinner?"
I want I got a taste for some good soup.
Well, go get. What's the soup place called? Zoop's, but you don't have.
Oh
Zoop where you are. You know what?
There's one not there. I don't think I love Zoop. What soup do they have? The one with the crust. chicken pot pie soup.
Yeah, chicken pot pie. That soup
Yeah.
is good. Zoops.
Oh, yeah, I love that soup from Zoop.
All right. We are coming back from break, guys, so stand by.
This is the M Zone.
And welcome back to the M Zone. Jamie Morris, Mac the Hitman Missler, best guy in the Bizzler, and the center of attention in the room is my man, Big Sweet. And if you saw him, you'd understand why they call him Big Sweet. He got sweet feet, baby. He knows how to move and get out the way and move in the way. Let's go right back to the phone. 734-998-1050. What up, Anthony?
What's up, man? What's going on?
What you doing, man? How you doing? How many days?
Oh, man. Hey, I just don't get there. I'm at the day July 17th. I heard y'all need a hype man on the show. You need to give him my number? What's the problem?
See what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. Hey, Anthony, your reputation precedes you, man.
Hey, I ain't got a call yet. You know what I mean?
If we need a hype man for the show, you would be the first person I'd call. You know that, bruh.
I appreciate it, guys. Man, been a little busy, man. They're trying to keep me working a little bit. I don't mind making a little money. That way I can, keep my little drink going on.
All right. Got to get his drink on.
I'm glad to hear y'all voices, man. I can't wait, man. There's that surgery coming up here next month, so I'm going to be out for a little bit. But when I get back into it, I ain't going to miss no games, so don't worry. I got a fire stick, so it's plugged up in the hospital.
Well, good. That's good to know. We got prayers going out for you, and you let us know how that surgery turns out.
All right, I appreciate it, man. You guys be good, man. Be great, and always go blue.
All right, Anthony.
Man, I missed that young man.
That's our guy, Anthony in Orlando. Ant, when you get better and you make your way back up here, you let your boys know so we get you to hang out with us for a home game. You know the drill.
That's right.
You know the skib. You know the drill.
734-998-1050. Philly E, what's up?
Hey, what's up, gents? How you doing today?
Good, man.
Good, Philly. Yep.
Let me see. First things first. Yes, I did have a Fran Tarkenton jersey.
Of course you did.
Grade.
Of course you did.
Of course. But my mother, being a mother, I also was a big Alan Page fan. So my mom put 10 on the front and 88 on the back.
Oh my God! Did you like it?
How crazy is that?
Did you like it?
So, well, being a second grader, yeah, I thought it was great. You know? At first, I was like, "That's a little weird," but being an 8-year-old kid, like, yeah, sure, why not? Then, of course, the Sears put out their version of it. And I got a Tarkenton and a Burt Jones. So, yeah. Anyway, you guys had some good picks. I like all your choices. They're all good. I want to add this guy, but I don't want the TV version. I want the radio version of Marcus Ray. He would be great. Marcus Ray's tremendous.
Yeah. Hook it up.
I want the radio version.
Yeah.
I've seen the studio version here in the Big Ten, and that's not the Marcus that we know on the radio.
No,
anyway.
we don't need Brother Love. We want Ray Rock. That's what we want. We want Ray Rock.
That's exactly who we want.
He's tremendous. I don't know about, listen, I love Portnoy, okay? He's great, especially during college football season, but it's almost like two different genres, if that's the right word to use in this. Him and McAfee they're apples and oranges. I mean, McAfee's got his crew on there, and they're all supportive. They all make a contribution. Portnoy, his whole show is about busting balls and antagonizing. That's the whole show. One group they antagonize, the other show they're supportive. And of course, because McAfee played, he can actually break an actual game down, and he knows GMs and coaches and players. Portnoy is just, that's not his show. He's great for what he does. I just don't know if he's a national TV kind of guy. The only thing I could say is if he was strictly just the host and he was deferring to all the experts, I think he could do that. But then what you're doing is you're neutering what makes Portnoy Portnoy. So I don't think he would be a good choice for that. I just don't. So it's almost like putting Dennis Miller, the comedian, in the Monday night booth. We saw how that worked out, right?
I remember that.
Yeah, it's too far out of the box. It's just, to me, that's, you don't try to be the smartest guy in a room. You guys brought Devin Gardner, by the way, who is breaking down games on national TV already with Brando.
Right.
And the national audience doesn't see the Devin Gardner that we hear and see on Monday mornings. So if he's had some of that piss and vinegar on a show, I think he would be widely successful.
But here's the thing, Philly. If they decide to go to like some remote area where it's like anything lower than 50 degrees, he may have to dress up in those big old coats and big ass muckluck hats and stuff.
What, his getup?
Oh yeah, his getup that he would wear in the studio with Sam. Like, man, it's too cold in here. I'm like, bro, we turned the furnace on. What the hell are you talking about? It's too cold.
Yeah, with the big glasses, he looks like Lenny from Good Times. That's what he looks like.
Lenny.
Yeah.
The TV and the TV guide underneath that jacket, right?
Yeah, right. Lenny.
So that's where I'm at with that. And in terms of the Vikings, I can't believe you called my boys what you called them, but I'll let that slide.
Who called them something?
He's talking about Big Sweet calling them the Vikings.
Yeah, that's okay. That's just Big Sweet. That's just Big Sweet being a Detroit Lion. That's him being a Detroit Lion.
Well, that's
true, but that's okay. The reason they won games, like they won a lot of close games like they did in 22, and a lot of it was like they got big play turnovers, whether it was Byron Murphy or Van Ginkel, Grenard. These guys made plays on the defensive end that really swung games. And that the difference between the team last year and the team from 3 years ago that won all those close games is this defense was legit. The one from 3 years ago was phony on a $3 bill. So that's the difference. And I think if Naylor might step up and if Addison's suspended, and they have a kid from Maryland, Ty Felton, and he's a bigger kid. He's like 6'2". So I've been hearing good things about him, but just the fact that they fortified the interior on both sides of the ball, and they added Jordan Mason as a running back because Aaron Jones can't stay on the field. And I think they're going to have obviously – with the pseudo rookie quarterback, they're going to be more committed to the run, which I think they should have done all along. They just didn't have the personnel to do it. And they may not win 14 games this year, but the landscape also in the league might be a little tougher. But I know what they're not going to do. They're not going to implode and look like they didn't belong in the playoffs the last 2 games of the year like they did last year. I mean, they imploded the last 2 games, and that's the difference. So if they win 11 games and they look great at the end of the year and they win a playoff game, then obviously, to me, that's progress. You can't just measure it in wins and losses in the regular season because, like I said, the landscape changes from year to year. And like the way they went out last year, what the hell? That they looked like an 8-win team. So anyway, that's where I'm at with them. Other than that, I'm just looking forward to it all. I don't know. I think that's about it, boys.
Wow, that's all you got to say? No JJ? Nothing about this season's team?
Well, no. I think they're going to be a better football team this year, and I really think at week 16 and 17, the Vikings will be better with JJ McCarthy at quarterback than they were with our boy from last year, because we saw how he looked the last 2 weeks. He looked the last 2 games. I mean, he crapped down his leg. Who we kidding now? He didn't get any help from the running game. Guys dropped balls, but mostly the pass protection is absolutely awful. And Apparently, all this has gotten shored up this year. And Darisol's coming back at tackle, and I'm looking for big things out of them, man. I really am. It's going to be a really interesting year in both conferences, the AFC and the NFC. And Jamie, I just wanted to say you were completely on point with everything you said the other day about Daniels. It's year 2. They may have a book on him at this point. They're not going to sneak up on anybody. So here's my statement about him. He may be the first dual threat quarterback in the history of the National Football League that can be an elite passer. I think he's on that track. Every dual threat quarterback has not been an elite passer. I think Daniels has that ability to be an elite passer because he sure showed flashes last year. In fact, he showed more than flashes. So he may be the first dual threat guy that is an elite passer, and that's my statement.
No,
So,
I mean,
but
what did you think about C.J. Strauss? I mean, his first year
guy. In fact, he didn't run at all in college. I mean, and quite frankly, that was Blackbeard's mistake. It's not like the dude was a cigar Storani, but Blackbeard, for whatever reason, would not run that guy.
Well, he didn't want him to get hit. If you get hit, the possibility of him getting hit, he's out the game if he gets.
Yeah, but when you're playing Michigan and it's 11-0, what the hell? I mean, what are you holding back from? It's like what I was saying about Lamar yesterday. Like, what are you holding back for? You're trying to get to the Super Bowl. There should be design runs galore. But whatever, man. I mean, I get it. Week 8, I get it. It's a long season. When it's a playoff game or a championship game to get in the Super Bowl, you got to empty the drawer, Jack. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're right.
So, yes. I think Stroud is better than he was last year. I think they didn't sneak up on anybody last year because the cat was out of the bag.
Right.
But I think that dude, he's another one that has a very good chance of becoming an elite passer.
Okay.
But he's not a dual threat guy.
I got you.
I think Daniels is.
Right.
Anyway, boys, I'll talk to y'all tomorrow. Go Blue.
Thanks.
All right. Take care, man.
That's your elite Vikings guy. You need to break it down. I'm just saying. I'm trying to help him out.
You know, another guy came to mind real quick. I think would be good for that. What's the guy played basketball at Arizona, but he's a commentator on for basketball for the NBA. Is his last name Jefferson?
Justin Jefferson? I mean, what's his name?
No.
I know who you're talking about. He just did the finals. He did the finals.
Yeah, he did the finals.
Richard Jefferson.
Richard, I like him, man. I think he would be good because he knows how to go back and forth with people laughing, joking, and that kind of thing. And I think I can see him hyping up a crowd.
Richard Jefferson. I mean, he was with the Knicks, the Nets, yep. New Jersey Nets, and they had to go up against Shaq twice. Remember that?
Yeah.
That's why he didn't win no rings, but he got a ring with LeBron. He did get a ring with LeBron.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
He's just gonna have to now deal with the ball jokes from ESPN to Fox. That's all.
Right.
And then the way he was getting on Stephen A. that one time, that was kind of funny, man. You know, and I like him. He's got personality.
He is a good personality guy without a doubt. A couple little news bits to go over before we close the show out here. News coming from ESPN's Shams Charania. Dame Time is returning back to Portland.
Yes, that's good for him. That's cool.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's good.
Yep, Damian Lillard, 35. He signed they're finalizing a 3-year, $42 million contract.
Do you know how much money this man is making? I mean, think about he's got the buyout from the Bucks, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And then he's got another what'd you just say, 45 mil?
So right now, Dame Time's going to have a 25-26 set salary of 70 mil between his Portland and Milwaukee deals,
right?
And a salary of 141 mil over the next 2 years ahead of an opt-out in 2027.
Right.
So like he's
set. He's what they call set.
And he may not play next year because of his Achilles injury that he sustained.
He got to get healthy. Let him get fully healthy. Don't rush him back. You don't want to rush that man back.
No, you don't want
paid. That's getting paid, boy.
Yeah. Tigers get back to action starting up tomorrow. With
Texas.
3 games with the Rangers. Rangers 1 game under 500. Tigers 21 above 500 and got a sizable lead over.
Don't give them bad juju. Stop it.
I'm not giving them bad juju. I'm just bringing up facts of the matter. They are 11 and a half ahead of the Minnesota Twins. So that is what it looks like right now.
I'm just saying.
So am I. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, Jamie Morris. I'm just giving facts. That's all I'm doing. And then the Open is going on over in Scotland?
I don't know what the purpose is. I don't know why. The best golfer in the world right now at this present time is. I don't get it. What do we win? So what?
Who's the best golfer? Scotty. That's right.
He's only 1 shot back. He's at a -3. The day is obviously.
Oh, he played
concluded.
good today. He played good.
Yeah, a lot of the guys, a lot of the field has actually been really good. It's been very tight. Where you've got when you've got an even par is tied for 32nd. Like that just tells you that the field is extremely tight right now. But it's a 5-way tie for first place, 4 under par between Jakob Skov Olesen from Denmark.
Easy for you to say.
I'm pretty sure I butchered it, but I'm not the golfing guy. Haotong Li of China.
Okay.
My cuz.
Yep.
My cuz. Champon Lee.
I'm sure it's Li.
Oh,
I don't know. It could be Lai, it could be Lee. I'm not sure. I'm just a guy that pushes buttons for a living.
That's my cuz.
Yeah. Matt Fitzpatrick, I can do that one. That was easy.
Okay, that was really
from
That's
England.
Jalio.
Yep, from Jalio, England.
Yep.
Was it Christian Bazenhout, I believe is how it's pronounced. South Africa.
Okay.
And then this
German to me, but go ahead.
Well, I mean, again, a lot of like your Europeans made it with South Africa.
I got you.
And this one is to be easy. Harris English of the United States also.
Hey,
hello.
Where's the Americans at? That's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
Where's the Americans at?
But yeah, Scotty at 3 under par. He's tied for 6th. Some of the other ones of note: Ricky Fowler 2 under par. Lee Westwood, he is also 2 under par. Justin Rose 2 under par. Old lefty Phil Mickelson 1 under par. Zach Johnson also 1 under. Sergio Garcia also 1 under. Rory is 1 under par as well. As round 2 gets underway tomorrow, dark and early. If you want to wake up at 2:00 in the morning when they start to tee off, that's when Ricky Fowler and his troop will hit the links tomorrow in Northern Ireland.
More power to him.
Yeah, I will be. Well, actually, I would hope I would be asleep at that point because I got to be back here tomorrow bright and early to take care of the 1s and 2s for the morning show. So
that's right.
We'll see how that pans out.
You're sleeping over on the couch.
Yeah, man. No, I'll sleep in my bed tonight.
Okay, just making sure.
I'll just have like 15 alarms ready to go. That's all. So I'll miss out.
Like I said, I couldn't sleep last night, man.
So that's gonna do it for the M Zone. We'll talk to you tomorrow. You're listening to the M Zone on the Big 1050.